essentially, you guys started out leaving the Durst Manor and decided to follow the road uh, away from where you entered. You decided to take the left path instead of the right path. Is it the blue pill instead of the red pill? To the country of Barovia. Um, you wandered through some creepy woods, found a corpse, which Callan smelt out for you with his epic sense of smell.
Another.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
it's a vivid memory. Um, on the corpse was a letter. The corpse looked like it had been attacked by some sort of creatures, possibly wolves, that sort of thing. Quite torn up and damaged. And on it, you found a letter, which was from a person who was called a burgomaster, who you didn't quite know at that time what a burgomaster was. But this spoke about a
Burgomaster.
girl called Irina and her being attacked by Strahd and possibly bitten. Yeah. So you carried on down through the road and found it came to a small village, which you later found to be the village of Barovia. When there, you had a small engagement in the shop, which, after Solidus's polite remarks, ended very swiftly, and you didn't buy anything. You just left, and then you popped into the inn where you met Ismark, who was possibly the first sort of friendly face you've seen so far. He bought you a round of drinks, invited you back to his home. How all good things start.
Put our keys in a jar.
Yeah, but he also asked for help. He was the brother of Irina, and sadly their father had just passed away, and they needed some assistance to get him to the graveyard and get him buried. As currently he was in their front room, so you decided to help, be good citizens. I don't think you asked for a reward at that point. No, but they also said that he wanted you to take Irina to the next town because he was worried that Strahd
I
was
think
gonna.
he did say that there'd be something in it for us.
Yeah, he said if
Yeah,
you could take
I'd
Irina
be
to safety.
interested.
Yeah. You were a bit skeptical of Irina and whether she had been bitten or not, but you've sort of come to the conclusion that she hasn't. So the next morning, you picked up the old dead guy, took him to the graveyard, started burying him fine and dandy, and then got attacked by a massive pack of wolves, which you managed to fight off reasonably well. Um, some assistance from Ismark and Irina until Irina legged it,
She just fucking
and
pegged it.
Ismark followed suit.
Classic vampire.
But you managed to finish off the fray, and some of them just ran off when they realised that they were outnumbered. It was also at that point that you saw a shadowy figure riding a horse in the sky. That was a key point in the battle. After that, you headed back to the church, which is when you heard some odd sounds coming from underneath the church. Um, this you later found to be a chap called Duro, who is Donovich, the priest's son, who unfortunately seems to have been inflicted with vampirism, as he does seem to have a thirst for blood.
The emo.
Yeah, long haired guy. Bruce decided it was probably best to leave him in the Undercroft, so he swiftly backed out and shut the door. At that point, Ismark and Irina sort of realized that the missing villagers from Barovia had possibly been finding their way into this Undercroft as a source of food. Obviously, a bit unhappy with that. They took Donovich, and you were currently heading back to the mansion to secure him and assist. And I think that's pretty much where we left it.
I think we just went to bed because I've looks like I've had a long rest, so I'm assuming that's what must have happened.
Yeah, so we'll sort of pick up just before the long rest in the afternoon. Um, Anybody have any questions before we begin?
No.
Everyone's character sheets are pretty much up to speed, I think.
I think so. I mean, we are. Did you say we're resting?
Yeah, you'll take a long rest before you sort of engage
Oh, there
anything
was
else as a
also
bit of
that
thing.
that Mad Mary that
Oh
I
yeah,
spoke to.
A
Yeah, so-
doll thing, right?
Yeah, Bruce decided to investigate a crying which was coming from one of the houses in the streets. I'll put the map up now actually and put you onto that page.
I'm really sorry, guys. I'm gonna be investigating everything. I'm gonna
So
be
this
trying
was
to do the
field
right thing all the time, which is gonna
that
be
you're
really
currently
annoying.
in.
Don't worry, I'll
So-
be there to bother everyone.
Just balance it out.
Absolutely derail.
This will ruin it.
It's
so
really
fine.
weird. I'm not used to playing this sort of a character. I find it really alien.
So this ping down here is the mansion where you've been staying. You've been there one night so far, and this was the house where the crime was coming from. So yeah, you found that a woman who was mad with sorrow and grief had lost her daughter, who you then found out had been kept in the house as almost the prisoner of the mother because she didn't think it was safe in the outside world, which you found several times it hasn't been safe, so probably good cause.
At a
Anyway,
point.
she broke out about a week prior and hasn't been seen since. And Bruce, you offered to help, at which point she gave you a doll, which there was quite an odd looking doll, sewn on eyes, quite raggedy, and there's a label on the side which says "No Blinsky, no fun."
Is no
It was-
fun. Is no Blinksky.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, did you say that she broke out of the old lady was trying to keep her in?
Yeah, so
And she
the
broke
house,
out.
when you approach, was boarded all up from the
Yeah.
inside, and there was a scatter of wood outside the front of it, so it looked
Yeah.
like it had been broken out from the inside. So,
Yeah. Okay.
sort of the bit you got from her in Ismark was that she'd been kept in there by
Yeah.
her mother to keep her safe, and yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
So is this where we are? We're at the house now.
yeah.
With the
So,
old lady.
no, you're currently in the mansion, so you're heading back to the mansion. You've just been up to the church, which is at the very north. That's where
the
you buried the father. This over here, where the ping is, that's like the shop that you've been in, and this ping over here is the bar.
So what's
Okay.
at the mansion again?
So the
Sorry.
mansion is Ismark, the possible new burgomaster, because it was his father who was the burgomaster. This is his and Irina's family home.
The burgomaster's mayor.
Yeah, you found out as sort of the conversations went on that they're like the lawmakers of the town, and each town or village will have a burgomaster. So yeah, the equivalent of a mayor.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Okay,
And we have some questions for this guy. Is that right? I don't remember.
you've assisted him. He's asked you to take Irina to safety, basically.
Yeah, I
he
think
feels that Strahd has got. Yeah, you can carry on.
I was just gonna say I think we left it that we agreed that we were gonna escort Irina to the next town.
Yeah,
I can't
which
remember
is
what the town is
Valaki.
called. That's the one, yeah.
But his idea is that someone can take her to safety because he doesn't feel he can do it himself.
And Irina is the one we don't trust because she's a vampire.
Well,
You've
well,
built up a bit
not
of trust, but
officially a vampire, but
it's up to you whether you
we've
want to
got
trust her.
suspicions.
I think we were a bit wary of her, but she seems okay, and she's she's quite convincing. I think we all know outside
mean,
of the game that there's something up, but in the
She's
game,
Convinced
pretty.
you with like
She's
was it a
super
2
convincing.
insight roll or something you did, Kat?
yeah.
She's got two real big convincing things.
Oh, I'll get the no, hang on. You didn't see the picture of it, did you?
There's a handout of her.
Yeah, it might.
Is she actually pretty? Because this will be fire, but
If you click on the
It should be
journal,
alright,
you
I
can
think.
see all of the stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yes, for a
it should be in
hand-drawn
your
character, she is.
journal
let's have a look.
for a hand-drawn character.
Oh, Irina. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a white screen.
Should
Oh,
there be a?
Strahd.
We should have a
Yeah.
map on here, right?
Shared it in Messenger.
I can put you on the map. I can't remember. I don't think the map's in your handout bit.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, she's alright. She's got like a show of coal thing going on there. That's alright. Yes, we
Yes.
will transport her.
Yeah,
safety.
Karen's perked up all of a sudden. Wish she did that on the graveyard.
Yeah.
Swing.
Hey, you had some pretty good hits in the graveyard, to be fair. There's a couple of near crits, I think.
Good fight.
Okay. So, you spend the afternoon in the mansion, assisting Ismark with creating space for a priest Donovich to be held until a trial can be arranged. Ismark chooses his father's old room, as it is not one he will use again, and he does not want the holy man to be in squalor despite what he has done. You help him to remake the bed and provide an area for bathroom duties. While you are with him, he tells you of how the trials work in the village of Barovia. He explains that with no city guard, the people carry out the justice with the burgomaster, which is now Ismark. He explains the trial will be held in the centre of the town, and the village will decide on the man's fate based on his crimes. He is worried that even though Donovich has been a huge help to the town and is considered a good holy man and a sigil of hope, the townsfolk may judge him harshly for taking their own. After an afternoon's work, the room is ready for Donovich, and he is locked away. Ismark informs you that he must talk to his sister and allows you to make your own supper from the mansion kitchen. You manage to scrape together enough to get you by, but you notice the food supplies are beginning to run low. As you pass the study to turn into your rooms for the night, you hear Irina and Ismark talking. The discussion seems intense. So, you head up to your rooms.
Yeah. I
To
just imagined all of us like eavesdropping in the same corridor.
including the giant stone man.
Yeah.
yeah,
Squeaking down the floor.
Trying to get him to not stomp around.
So you go up to your rooms. Did you want to set a watch for the night or anything like that?
Is it possible to eavesdrop in what they're talking about?
Yeah. Give me an insight check. You can do it with advantage if someone wants to assist. You can
Okay.
probably fit about 2 at the door, or you can do
My
2
ear
separate rolls.
towards his ear.
I'll roll it with advantage. Insight. That's
Just like look at the
advantage
wallpaper
helps
or something,
massively.
like you're
17.
pretending not to.
17. Okay, so Bruce, you and who else? Probably Callan assisting you. You're probably the quietest.
I'm
Actually,
nosy by nature.
yeah, true. So you both managed to crouch down at the door, and you overheard a conversation. It's basically along the lines of Ismark coming to the realization that he is now the burgomaster, now his father has passed, and that he won't be able to accompany Irina to Valaki. She's a bit objectant because obviously, with her world sort of just seeming to fall apart around her father's death and stuff like that, she's a bit skeptic to trust you guys, even though you have assisted them so far.
What a bitch.
So it's that sort of back and forth with Ismark saying he has to do his duties and he knows that she'll be safe with you, and her sort of having a bit of retaliation. The longer you listen, you see that she sort of comes round to the idea and is happy to go with you, basically.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you head up to your room where you stayed the night before. You just want to sleep?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I sleep. I just meditate.
Yeah, you just sort of meditate in the corner.
So I don't need to go to my room. I'm just gonna sit. I'm sure they've got like a lounge.
They have like a dining area. The lounge area did have the dead father in, so it will smell a
If
little.
I sit at the dinner table, I'm ready for breakfast.
Okay.
I'm like, I'll just meditate for 4 hours and then fuck about for 4 hours, I guess. I don't know.
You can keep watch for 4 hours if you want.
Yeah, I'll like momentarily, I'll meditate for 4 hours and then momentarily, like every now and again, go upstairs to make sure that they're all right. They're all tucked up nice and safe in their beds. Give them a little kiss on the cheek.
Sounds good. So you can all take your long rest. You noticed what you would have known from the last night, Callan, is that there was several attacks on the house from a pack of wolves, and when you approached the house, you saw there were signs of attacks, like the outside being burnt. The house is also quite barricaded up by Ismark and Irina and the father to protect them from outside threats. However, this night there are no attacks. There's no scratching at the walls. There's no banging. There's no
Nothing.
people trying to. There's no attacks on this night.
Not even a slightly gusty wind.
Nope. The air is
Wow.
calm.
Eerily calm. Some would
So-
say too calm.
Yeah. You awake the next morning surprisingly well rested. But the attack on the house from the previous night did not come again. Seemingly, whatever force was carrying out the attacks respected the burial of the children's father and allowed a small respite. You come back down to the dining room. Callan, you join the others, wake him up, and come back down. And you see Ismark and Irina at the table, dressed and ready. They sit before a small spread of breads and cheeses and a jug of wine in the center of the table. The mood is lighter than before. However, Ismark has information he wants to tell you. So he greets you all. Good morning. You
Morning.
slept well?
No attacks last night, it seemed.
Yes, it's the first night in nearly a month now. It's odd, but I'm not gonna begrudge it.
I slept like a bag of rocks.
I'm making my way straight to the wine because I've been up for a long time. Been waiting for this.
Please help yourself. It's a
Breakfast
slight
wine.
celebration.
Solidus, you fucking snore.
Oh. How does it sounds like a coal mine?
So you begin to eat, and as you eat, Ismark brings up sort of the thing that's bugging him. He says to you all, I've been talking to Irina yesterday, and I'm afraid I will not be able to join you to Valaki.
Why?
As you know, now my father has passed. The responsibility of Burgomaster passes to me.
Why?
You helped me
What?
secure the priest yesterday, and that is something that I need to finish before I can leave and before I can put someone else into power. It's my responsibility. I've spoken to Irina, and she is happy to come with you. And at this point, Irina sort of pipes up and says, I wanted to thank you as well for your help at the graveyard. You've done us a true favor,
It's not a
and
problem.
I will do my best to help you in every way on our journey.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Likewise, if there's anything that we can do to help you on your
I'm
journey,
sure I am very capable. Thank you.
I'll sip my wine again.
She is. Ismark leaves the table and goes to a dresser at the side, and he pulls out a large sack which he places on the table. He explains that he has given more to Irina, and that when she is safe, she will give that to you. He instructs you to gather supplies and check on Joro
So what's in the sack?
while Irina preps, and he looks after Donovich.
What's in the sack?
You open the sack and find 150 gold pieces.
No.
Oh, it's all.
Jesus. Nothing, just rocks.
He places it and he tells you
Lost
this.
the gold.
Please take this as a payment to help prepare. You will need to gather supplies. The journey can be tough, as we've said, and
We,
the weather can be harsh.
We dividing that by 4.
Yes.
It's up to you how you want to split the money.
It's 37.5 each.
Oh,
Half.
So that would be 37 gold and is it 50 silver? Is that how many? No, 5 silver.
Yeah, there's 10 silver.
What's in the bag? If there's so many gold, then I don't mind someone having the one extra. I'll just have the one left.
It's all gold in there, so you'd have to tally it up against yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a party. You could always share the one.
Yeah. I'll let someone have the one.
Someone's one short of a sword, and he's like, no.
Cool.
So what is it? Just 36 gold.
37.
37.
37 gold. Wow.
You know.
I'm rich.
I'm rich, biatch.
So the
Yeah.
plan on
Gold arrows.
their idea is to spend a day preparing Irina needs at least a day to get everything ready and be prepared to travel and
How-
say goodbye to her brother. And then you'll spend the night back at the mansion and leave first light tomorrow.
Ismark, how far away is this village we're heading?
It's at least 2 days travel. It's hard to tell. It's a journey I've only made once or twice, and it was many years ago.
Is there a road all the way, or are we going to be off-road?
Yes, we've previewed your map before. Let me put you on it. So if you scroll to the very right of here. So
Yeah, we're
see,
here, right?
Yeah. You see the route crosses the river and then winds through the forest and through the valleys. You can follow that path essentially all the way there. Also, I spoke with Donovich this morning. He said there's a camp, the Seer's Pool, where the river turns into a lake. It's somewhere we could stop, almost like a halfway mark or an early stop.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. Ismark, are there any horses, or are we going on foot?
Unfortunately, the state our village is in, the stables went many years ago. Also, horses are noisy and cause attention. We need you to be silent if possible, so I think foot would be best.
Yeah, stay silent, giant rock man.
Yeah, I'd like to see a horse support your weight.
Rockman and me in clanky armor. That's gonna go well. Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Is there much in the way of supplies to be gained from this village, Ismark? We did have.
There is a shop.
We did go to a shop.
There is only one store. It's Bildraff's Mercantile. Did you say you've seen it?
Oh yeah, we passed by. It was yeah.
Went well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he can be tricky to work with, but that is the only option, I'm afraid.
Is there any other places of note in the village? Obviously, we know the tavern.
Sadly, no. This used to be a thriving village, but since he came and the years of oppression have just run it to the ground.
Well, cracking town you're in charge of, Ismark. I can tell where you want to stay.
I hope one day I'll be able to restore it to some of its glory.
Look what I've got.
No retort to that. well, good for you.
Yes, I'm happy, proud.
I've got
I'm sure you'll do a very good job.
Nando's.
Oh,
Nice.
Is it cheeky?
It's a very cheeky Nando's.
It better be cheeky.
Okay, so what's your plan?
I don't think I need anything.
Head to the shop and just have a little browse
Yeah,
the roof.
I think Callum
See
should
if
go
it's
to
got
the
anything
shop.
good.
Have you got like?
Come on then, we'll go hand in hand.
Oh, let's all go to the shop.
Let's skip to the
Okay.
shop.
So you leave the mansion, you leave Irina to prepare for the journey, and venture back into the
she's got
village.
Classic
The
woman.
sky's overcast, but the rain has stopped, and the air is warm if a little humid. The mist swirls through the streets as you become accustomed to, but visibility is okay.
What
So
is
you're
the
heading-
general atmosphere of the town when we're walking to the shop? Like, are we getting
So
side-eyed?
there isn't a lot of activity in the town, as you found walking through the streets when you first arrived. A lot of the houses are either boarded up or just abandoned. The few houses
Yeah.
that there are, the shutters are always closed.
I mean, am I spotting like am I getting like the odd flicker of like shadows moving in the background? Like people like
You'll occasionally see
like pulling the curtains too. Like,
yeah, you'll occasionally see a shutter twitch, but it's rare. Maybe 1 in 5 houses seem to be some sort of populace.
right.
And also, you don't see the streets are basically empty.
Yeah. The look on like if we do see any people, like
Yeah.
what is the like general like
The general feel is just it seems oppressed and almost like whittled down to the point of despair. People have sullen expressions. The only people you've really spoken to are the person in the shop and Ismark and Irene.
Do they look wary of us? Are they like suspicious of us, or just not interested?
Yeah, everyone's sort of. It's the sort of place where people keep themselves to themselves. So anybody that you would see down the street would sort of either just wait for you to pass or thingy. They're not really used to new faces.
Especially a giant rock guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy, so that's quite intimidating for him. So as you walk down this main street, heading towards the shop, the one person you do see, which strikes you, so you know this is sort of the feel of the street, this strikes you as a little abnormal. You see an elderly lady, and she's pushing a small cart with 2 large wheels and a canopy of cloth on 4 poles above the cart's content. The cart is simple, mainly wood, and there's no signage or colour, but it seems to be carrying wares. The lady herself is visibly old. She uses the cart to support her as she walks along with a bit of a twist in her step, suggesting her hips are beginning to give. She's wearing a blue, almost black dress that drops to her ankles, and you see black boots poking from under each step. She is wrapped in numerous dark shawls, and there's a hood from which long grey hair you can see flowing out. Her face from a distance, you're about 30-40 feet, is wrinkled and weathered, but it seems kind and reminds you of elders in your own family and back home. So you watch her as she knocks on one of the house's doors. And after a short time, a middle-aged lady and man open the door. They look pleased to see her and hold out their hands as the old lady passes a large pie from the cart. You see the middle-aged lady place the money in the old lady's hand, cupping it and giving thanks as they quickly return to the house and close the door.
Pie.
After that, she goes back to the cart and begins to push it back down the street.
Can I approach her?
Can we smell the pies?
If you start to approach, you begin to get a scent of like freshly baked goods. Some of them seem to be still warm, almost like they've been reheated. And you're getting wafts of like a mixture of spices, some meat, but also like a cinnamony sort of smell as well.
I say, excuse me, hag. How much for one of your pies?
A new face. Come closer, son.
I'll go closer.
Okay. So as you approach the cart, you see that on the top it's sort of split into 2 halves. There's a section with all large round pies, and then there's a selection of pastries and stuff like that. Oh, I haven't seen you around here, dearie. New to the place?
Yeah, you can tell I'm not from around here, can't you?
You don't look as sad.
That is not wrong.
But
I'm
you do look
happy
like
to be
you
leaving.
enjoy your food.
I am. I need it to grow.
People call me Granny. What do they call you?
Dickhead, mostly.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Solidus.
Don't be so hard on yourself, rock guy.
I see you have some friends. Come, please. She ushers you around the car.
I'm not gonna go to her. Like I'm pretty.
Oh wow! So I just you guys over, and Callan doesn't move.
No, I'm just gonna walk off to the side of the road and maybe sit on like an empty box or something if there's one.
As you start to move away, she points towards you. You're as skinny as a stick. Come, please.
I let out a big belly laugh at that because I enjoy anything at Callan's expense.
Yeah.
What's in the pies?
Oh, everything, dearie. We have the meat pies, the fruit pies, pastries, and delights. And there's a couple with a bit of a special twist.
Oh, God.
I call them dream pies.
Dream pies?
They're one of the favourites round here. They'll take you away from this sad place and take you to a much nicer one in your dreams.
How much for a dream pie?
Well, dearie, they're not cheap. It's an expensive craft. They're normally 1 gold piece.
1 gold piece?
Since I haven't seen you before, why not take this? And she turns back to the cart and grabs one of the larger pies, because there's varying sizes. There's like single portions. This one looks like it's large enough to be able to feed you. And she takes it and she wraps it up in a small bit of like brownie paper, hands it across. Here, please. Have this one in the house.
Well, I say thank you, Hag. That is very kind.
Hag?
Huh?
Why would you use that?
It's just what I used to call my grandmother.
Ah,
It's
the
a
endearing term.
Yes. It's how we do it in my tribe.
A tribe, you say?
Mm.
And how have you become here?
I found myself lost in the wilderness with these gentlemen, and there was this crazy house made of knives, and then here I am buying pies. I'm very confused.
I can imagine, dearie. I can imagine. No, you sound like you need an extra big slice of the pie.
Oh, yes, please. Oh.
Well, where are you staying?
At that big ass manor down the road.
Don't tell her that.
Well, I've told it.
I'm at Stone Guy.
And I point at it and I say that one there. That one.
I'm like swearing in Elvish under my breath.
The Burgomaster. Sad, sad news to hear of his passing. How are the children doing?
Never mind, you nosy old cow.
I say that
That's in Elvish.
they're doing fine. They're doing fine. They're, it's obviously a difficult time for them. So
I laugh at Callan because I understand Elvish.
I understand Elvish as well. I'm just going to say it's Callum. Callan, I know we've had a rough few days, but you need to be more trusting to people. She's just
I say, look,
she's just a lovely little lady.
This is the nicest person we've ever met.
It's rude to speak when people can't understand you.
And then I speak more Elvish and then like hold my ear as if to say like I don't understand what you're saying. Sorry.
No habla español.
Does she?
Speak the common.
Yeah.
Does she seem genuine? Do I
You'd
believe
have to
it?
give her an insight check.
Yeah.
I think I'm just like immediately in love with her.
20.
Great.
Yeah, I'm just telling you this.
Everything
There's
she
something
tells you
else
seems to be
stinking
true.
here in the pie. It's not one of them. She's asking
just
questions about where we're staying and shit. Why?
She's just
she
lovely.
sells pies.
Curious.
Well, she seems like she brings a little bit of
Yeah,
joy to
she's
this
all
town.
lovely until she
Does the
turns
pie
into a
that we've been
vampire.
given look like it can feed Ismark and Irina as well? Is it enough for everybody?
Yeah, it's a good size. Like you could
Really-
get a slice each.
Really intrigued by this dream pie.
It's very, very good deal. Got it for free.
It's like a niche porn category.
You always get the first one free. And then
I'm
pretty
gonna give
soon
her
you'll be frothing at the mouth for dream pies.
I'm going to give her a gold piece anyway.
Oh, that's
Please, we
kind.
can't take this for free. Here's a gold piece.
I feel like for the rest of the adventure,
Well-
I'm just be carrying this pie with two hands. Just I can't
That
put it in a
theory,
bag.
I must give you one of these as well. And she turns and takes almost like a ornate pastry, which is sort of like a mix of a croissant and a almost like a Cornish pasty. Please, this one is fruit variety. You'll enjoy it for afters.
Oh, thank you very much.
This is great.
Now, dearies, you be safe. I need to carry on my rounds.
Yes. Have a good day.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you soon. At that, she sort of goes back to the car and chundles down the road a little bit further, and you see her. She turns down a
Keeping an
side
eye on a
street.
pole.
Okay, you see her. She turns down a side street and knocks on another door. This one takes a little longer, but no one seems to come to that one. So she moves on to the next one, and she seems to just repeat this process until the door gets answered. How long are you watching her for?
I'm watching her to make sure that she's keeping up this facade, that she's walking and leaning on this thing. I just feel like she's gonna fucking just stand up straight and start walking normally in a minute.
Meanwhile,
I just got
I taste dream pie.
Okay.
I'm walking behind her
Dip
so I can keep her an
a
eye.
big stony finger in, scoop it out, shove
So
it.
as you
Walking distance like far enough so that she doesn't notice I'm following her, but like keeping.
okay,
to the
make
shadows,
a stealth check quickly.
I just leave
yeah.
straight away.
What am I doing on the Discord?
You can do it whatever you want, mate. Don't mind.
Well, it makes you happy.
I'll do it on the
Hello.
character sheet.
Alex is gone.
Sorry?
Still.
Oh, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, your little face disappeared. That's
I
fine.
got 22 on stealth check.
A little
Okay,
face.
so for you, Callan, she doesn't notice you following her, But you do see her go to a few houses, and on about the third or fourth one, someone opens the door, and a very similar transaction happens. They take a pie, they pass her something in return, and she seems pleasant, chatting to him. She does seem like the only thing you do pick up is she's a bit of a gossip. Like she does like to almost
Says
take
you
information.
see that elf prick down the road. Oh, what a
And Solidus, as you taste the pie,
Yep.
you get a big scoop. It's sort of a minced meat pie, but it has like apricots and raisins in. It's almost like you get a Moroccan sort of flavor. It's
Ooh.
similar to that.
oh.
And when you try it, it's sweet. It just it's one of the nicest things you've tasted in a while. And you get this feeling of calm just come over you, and just it's
Oh.
almost like you take a deep sigh.
I like the never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious. I'm calm.
Okay.
I'm relaxed.
Yeah, I just kept going towards the shop, the store.
Okay. Do you regroup with them, Callum?
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
with Bruce.
Head back to him.
Okay, so you sort of regroup. Solidus is walking with a slight skip in his step. And Kellen feels his senses have been maybe a little bit subdued for now. His suspicions are less aroused. So you enter the store again. Similar setup to the first time. No other people in, just you guys. And Bildraff, the person you met before, the merchant, is this time he's over at one of the shelves, just dusting some of the items. You're still wearing that same grey long coat. His hair sort of smudged over his face. Looks a little unwashed. As you open, a small bell rings, and he turns to greet you. Ah, hello, back again, I see.
Bildraff, is it?
Yes, I told you my name last time. It's above the door.
Yes. We are preparing for a journey to... What's the name of this village?
Velaki.
Velaki. And we was
Then, yeah.
pointed in your direction. You might have some things that would aid us.
Ah, yes, long journey, that one. Yeah. How are you for clothes? Travelling clothes, cloaks? Gets cold out there, you know. And he sort of moves around the shop, goes over to a side where there's some fur coats on racks.
I think I have.
This
some.
one interests you? And he,
Fortunately, I do not feel the cold. It is one of my.
at this point, he takes one of the biggest ones off the shelf and begins to put it on your back, Solidus. Like, this one, sir, this would suit you lovely.
I said, actually, it's quite soft.
It's made of like an animal fur, like a fur hood, and it's very soft and warm.
Oh, it's like a little cuddle, but on me. It's like I'm wearing. I turn to the others and I go, guys, it's like I'm wearing a cuddle.
This one for you, sir. Only 20 gold pieces.
20. God, that guys. I think I could get this.
I don't think you can
It
put a
does-
price on the cuddle for all of this.
I mean, it's your colour.
Shall I wrap it
I
up
like-
for you?
Really makes your eyes pop.
You get the sense that this bitter person you met yesterday completely evaporates when someone starts to make a sale or is interested in purchasing. This facade of the good salesman, the helpful servant comes across.
I say I do love I love the coat, but I don't think it's for me. Do you have anything in the way of crossbow bolts at all?
Why, yes. And that he puts the coat back on the thing, throws it back onto the rack, almost runs to the other side of the store. And at this side, there's like a long bench with several buckets with bolts and stuff in. These finest quality in the village of Barovia. This one, for 20, would only cost you 10 gold pieces. A fine deal.
20 for 10, 20 for 10, 20 for 10. I like what you're saying, man. I like what you're saying. It's pretty cool. 20 for 10. Can you do any better? Can we do anything?
Ooh, I'm afraid not. As you've seen from the from your previous visit, we don't get a lot of custom here,
Oh
and
no, that's fine. That's fine.
our prices are fair.
Well, we
Yeah,
might be
okay.
we might be looking to purchase other things. I'm sure they might be able to have a
Say we
deal
might be
somewhere
able
along the line.
Well, we'll see
Yeah, I
what we
need
can
some
do.
arrows.
Do you have any
What else would you like?
healing potions?
Potions. Potions, not really my forte, unfortunately. I just more the common goods, the everyday essentials.
Tell you what, I'll take 40 of your bolts.
Right, 40 bolts for you, sir. And he takes a small pen and paper out of his pocket and begins to write it down. So 40 crossbow bolts for you. That will be 20 gold pieces.
Yum.
Anything else for the rest of you? Did I hear someone say arrows? You thin gentleman.
Thing. What is this? 7, please.
I'm afraid they only come in
7
packs of 20. 20 for 10 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Or I could do you 7
Then
for
I
5.
could fire 13 at the shop, and then you can give me 20. How does that sound?
Periwinkle, I think this man needs assistance.
Oh
Like
no,
that.
periwinkle.
Thud,
But yeah.
thud, thud. And through the door in the back, which is behind the counter, this lumbering hulk of a man crouches underneath. And
I
comes
greet him.
in.
I greet him like an old friend. Ah, periwinkle.
And he comes over to you and puts his hand on your shoulder. He's about the same height, maybe a little bit taller, but he's just same bulk as you. He's a built man.
Yeah. We jostle each other
Was
like
it,
we're all buddies.
as this happens, and they're sort of tossing to and fro on the other side. He said, "So I could. The deal was 10 arrows for 5, or 20 for 10."
I said,
7, please.
come on, Callan, get 10.
7 for 5.
I do apologise, my friends.
Fine.
We've had a few restless nights.
7 for 5 it is. Perfect. And he begins to get the arrows in his hands. He's now carrying the bolts, taking them back over to the counter.
I'm measuring this big guy up with my eyes.
He's bigger than me. That's all the measure you need.
Yeah. He seems to be a hefty guy.
Just thinking, when it comes to blows, what's the quickest way to take this guy down?
His one of the things that was described last time, he's wearing the same shopkeeper's jacket that Bildraff is wearing. However, this one just comes just below his waist, and the sleeves are too short, so his muscles just ripple through it.
Right.
Bildraff, would you be looking to purchase any items?
Purchase? Not something I normally do, but you haven't been round here much. Well, what is it you have? Maybe a trade?
I pull out my red velvet fine cloak. I think I found in Dersmanor.
Oh, that's very nice, very nice. And he begins to handle it and almost test the material and see how it is. And what is it you'll be looking for this fine specimen?
We want periwinkle.
I'm afraid Periwinkle is he stays with me.
Can I look around?
Wait,
Can I just sort of scope the store out, see if there's anything that sort of jumps out that might be of particular interest?
Yeah, it's quite a large store, as you found out last time. There's quite a lot of stuff.
I don't really know what
but
I might need, that's all.
It's mainly basic stuff. So you've got your arrow, crossbow bolts, some sort of the most magical stuff there is like a crystal orb, that sort of stuff. There's adventuring gear, stuff like backpacks, barbarians,
Did you say
rolls.
You said there was a magical orb?
No, there's just an orb. It's not a magical orb. It's something
okay.
that's sort of there's like a small shelf which seems to be dedicated to what would be his magic section. There's your common household items like buckets, chain, a selection of clothes from common clothes, fine clothes, traveling cloaks, survival gear, fishing tackles, grappling hooks. There is a healer's kit, which you see, which is like a medical sort of kit, and hunting trap. And then in the corner, there's some hooded lanterns, torches, shovels, ropes, and a small section of like goods that could be used for rations.
I'll I'll take your finest warm jacket.
No problem, sir. Travelling
Wa-
cloak it is.
travelling, warm
Which colour would
travelling
you
cloak.
prefer? We've got this
I have a blue one.
delicious shade of brown. Oh, a blue, very fine colour, very good choice.
You know, it goes
Let
with
me
my
have a look.
shield.
And he rummages through and pulls out a blue cloak. Again, this is quite nice. It's blue, but the fur seems to be a white speckled with grey.
Very nice.
This one, sir, just 20 gold pieces for you.
Well, I'll trade it for this
Yeah.
cloak if you like.
Ah, the trade. Let me have a look. Right. Well,
This is a fine cloak. I've written
he
down.
begins to weigh them up together. I'd be able
Red
to
velvet.
give you at least a 10 gold discount. This animal fur didn't catch itself, if you know what I mean.
You're breaking my balls. You're breaking
10
my
gold
balls, Bill Draft.
travelling. Unfortunately, that's business.
8 and you got a deal.
9.
Deal.
9 and Periwinkle won't throw you out.
Yeah. Deal.
In there.
Deal. And he shakes your hand.
I give a very firm handshake.
And his bony hands almost hurt you like you're gripping a fawn. And anything for you, sir? You've been very quiet. Points at you, Blight.
Yeah, I quite fancy the cloaks, but it's got to be black. Hang on, I have a question.
Yes.
I own the cloak. Sorry, this isn't aimed at Bill Draft. It's aimed at you guys. I have the cloak of protection. Will that
Yeah.
keep me warm?
Yeah, probably. I think you'll be all right.
It depends how
My friend,
depends how anal Paul wants to be and like whether we even need
Yeah.
food. Do we need food, Paul? Is this how deep we're going?
It'd help to get rations, but I can't track them. You guys have to track them, so
All
take some rations, please.
right.
rations for you, sir. No problem. It's a day's worth. It cost you about 5 gold.
I have
How
got
many days would you like?
I have got a day's worth of rations actually.
Hang on, sorry. What do I have?
You should start with 10, shouldn't you?
I think you do start. with
I've
10.
only,
You've
I've only
got-
got one. I've only got one.
Yeah, I've only got one. Oh no, no, no!
That says
If you click on it,
rations bracket
you got
1
the
day, but
quantity
then
10.
quantity 10. You
10.
should have more than that.
You'll
it
have,
just means that you'll
sorry.
have one. It's 1 per day.
Yeah,
I've got 5 actually, for some reason.
maybe it's
Greedy.
carry weight.
You'll be all right.
Well,
It's
you've
only 2
eaten
days
5.
to
How many
max.
have you eaten already?
Yeah, you know what? I'm good actually, Bill Draft.
How about if you don't need food? What they say is teach a man to fish and he'll feed himself alive. How about some fishing tackle for your good self?
The hard sell. At this point, I'm done with the negotiation. I'm just going to edge over to the window and look out and see if I can see that old lady again.
Okay, you look out and you can't see the shop sort of looks out on this street and
hag.
this street, and you don't see her. You figure she's somewhere else in the village.
Any kind of activity. I'll keep my eyes out.
Nothing. You see the smoke coming from the tavern, but other than that, no real movement.
Thank you, Bill Draft, but that'll be all for me. And I'll just walk
Yeah,
out.
same here actually. I'm
Right,
good. I'm
come up
eager
to the
to get going.
counter. Come up to the counter, and he goes through wrapping your wares in some brown paper and taking the money off you. So, Solidus, you owe him 20 gold pieces. Callan,
Indeed.
you owe him 7, and Bruce, you owe him 9.
Yep.
If you deduct that.
I did it.
Thank you for your custom, gentlemen, and I wish you a very well day. Hopefully, see you again soon.
Not.
Thank you. Bye.
I'll even say he was nice. He was lovely.
A lot
Yeah.
nicer when you're not threatening him.
Ah, well.
Well,
Buying something.
Anybody fancy a drink? Tavern looks
Yeah.
lively.
Of course. To the
I thought
tavern.
you'd never ask.
So you leave the store and cross the small, almost town centre place into the tavern. A similar sight greets your eyes. The fire's roaring. The 3 colourfully dressed women sit around the fire, and again they're just in general conversation. One of them's snacking on a small piece of bread and cheese, while the others just talk and drink. The barkeep still stood in his station behind the bar, polishing the glasses as he was yesterday, and as I'm sure he will be tomorrow. There's no one else in the tavern at this point. It's just those. It's my God, a little early in the morning for most people to be out if they come to the tavern at all.
I'll keep 4 ales.
It's wine.
That's
Sure.
not what he said.
Sure. Wine's
Go
wine's
get
fine.
me some ale. Wine will do.
He pulls out 4. Did you want glass or pitcher?
Pitcher.
4
4
pitches.
pitchers.
4 pitches of wine, please. We're here for the
he
afternoon.
pulls out. He
Good long
pulls out 1 pitcher and 4 small glasses and requests
Did you
1 silver, please.
Right, you got it.
did you
Yeah, Blight,
drink a
get
lot
on.
in the Thieves Guild, Blight?
Pass it across. He puts it in a small drawer underneath and goes back to polishing the glasses.
If you work killing wolves.
So you can take the pitcher back to one of the tables in the corner.
Yes.
Sit yourself down.
I'm just gonna say to Blight, but I guess so everyone can hear as well. I get a funny feeling from this Irina. If everyone could keep an eye on her. We did. We actually have that note, don't we? That letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about me again? What was the
It basically said in
might
the
be in
letter
your
that
journals.
she'd been bitten by Strahd or something.
letter?
Yeah, there's definitely a connection. I agree. I trust her.
Agreed. And then I raise a glass and I say, to superstition.
To Barovia.
I said to wine
Ooh.
and pie.
To pie hags.
Pie hags. Give me a minute. My cousin
Look around just in case she fucking pays.
Just creeping in the background.
Swear to God, it's Strahd, man. This place has got me itchy, man.
Coming out of the goddamn walls.
Yeah. Fucking put her in charge, man.
What shall we do now, adventurers?
Well, there's a lot to do in this town.
No,
Hmm.
pretty dull.
You were asked
mean-
something by Ismark.
Say again, sorry.
Yeah.
You were asked to check on the person you left in the Undercroft.
Oh shit! Were we?
Yeah, Doru, yeah.
I was just
Put your
enjoying
beers down.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't miss that bit. Okay.
I carry my pitcher of wine out with me.
There's
You
only
say
one
it as we're
pitcher.
leaving. Can we
Yeah.
take this out?
Let's
That's
just
all right.
drink up, boys. Enjoy the atmosphere for a minute. Then
Yeah.
we'll
I quaff my wine.
go.
You said there was 3 women. Are they good looking or?
They're all.
No, they look quite haggard.
Then I am still sat down.
they're wearing brightly coloured clothes, which they're sort of orange and reds, but their hair is quite grey and matted. They look like they may have been attractive at one point, but the beauty is worn off, so to speak.
Time was not kind to you, ladies.
For years, honey, it's the mileage.
I'm just gonna jump up from the table. Shit! Duru! And then
Sorry?
leave.
Oh.
Good
Do-
point.
And I
Are we
said,
looking
do
at him like he's lost his mind?
No, you know who Dura is.
Okay.
Doru will be fine. A drink, brother.
Now I start heading towards. That's what we need to check on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I start going towards the door. No, I don't know if it was right to leave him there. In my haste, it seemed like the right thing to do, but he's not well. And if anybody
He's a
else wanders
fucking
down there,
vampire.
I down my wine and I'm like, all right, I'm up.
if anyone
Stand
wanders
up and I
down
walk
there,
over to the bar.
it'll be on my conscience.
I slap a gold coin on the counter where the barman is,
Mm.
and then I point to the old ladies and I say, just keep the drinks going for them.
He says, "That's very kind, sir. Thank
Later.
you." And he takes the coin, polishes it slightly, and then puts it into the till.
Yep. I walk out, and as I do, I give him a little wink.
They almost ignore you. They're not. Not
Well, that hurt my
charmed
pride.
by- Yeah.
Ow!
Go back and get
My
your
pride.
coin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, fuck you, bitches.
So you leave the tavern and you head down the street towards the church where you went yesterday. The streets around the church are quiet as you make your way towards it. As you come to the short gravel path that leads to the entrance, you notice the door is ajar and swings slightly on its hinges.
Oh, shit. I'm going to go ahead in first.
Anybody want to go in there?
I'll go.
As you
Go
get
on.
up close, you see that it's been forced open and the hinges have given way under the door frame. You look through and there's no light coming from inside.
They're moving quietly.
I'm not
Are
a
you
quiet
moving
guy.
quietly?
I'm not.
I will be.
I'll go. I can go in.
Okay, anyone who wants to move quiet, roll stealth.
Alright,
do
yeah,
it.
send Blight in. I'll wait. Go on, Blight, scope it out with your dark vision.
I'm sorry. Roll
I
stealth.
got 20.
20, nice.
25.
How much, Blight?
25.
Oh, nice. Cool, so you both managed to silently approach the church, step over the damaged door frame, and enter the dark chamber inside. Your senses are heightened, but you don't hear anything from in this main chamber. You both have dark vision, don't you?
Yeah.
So you look around and you see this main area. There's no movement in here. The wreckage from the previous day is still there. It's in a very similar condition to the way you left it, but the door to this chamber here, where you know the trapdoor to Dora is, it's been almost smashed to pieces. Like there's barely bits left hanging from the hinges.
I can't see anything. It's just a black screen.
Oh man!
You need to walk inside, I think.
Yeah, go. If you go to the bottom of the map, you should be able to see it.
Let me put you in. Can you see anything now?
No, it's just black.
It might be because your character is not thingy. Just let me redo your character.
I'm blind.
Now? Or do I have to... Is he not hooked to you? Can you see anything?
No, it's all black. I mean, I could see your ping, but I can't see anything else. Yeah, I can see pings, but I can't see.
Can you see anything now?
Oh wait, yeah, I can see it now. I see a little room.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why you haven't got dark vision.
I haven't got dark vision, but I can see.
There's a torch in that room, it looks like.
Yeah, I'll just chuck torches down. If you can't see Aaron, just let me know and I'll chuck torches down.
Yeah. As soon as I leave that room, it's yeah. Oh, there we go. That's
Can you see now?
Yeah, I can see now.
I had to give you sight, child. Okay.
I am blessed.
All right. So, Callan and Blight, are you pushing into the trapdoor room?
I'm gonna follow Blake because I realistically don't know what's going on.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
waiting
cool.
at the entrance.
So
I am
as you
not
enter the
stealthy.
room where the trapdoor was, yeah, that's cool.
So we're checking on this guy, knowing full well he's a vampire and going to try and kill us.
Yeah.
Right.
But it looks
I
like
don't know
this
really
is...
know what the objective is here.
Well, no,
Well,
I think
you're checking he's still secure where you left him yesterday.
Is
Check
the trapdoor got chains on it?
It did have yesterday. As you enter the room where the trapdoor was, you see pieces of wood strewn across the floor where there once would have been the trapdoor. There are scratch marks on a large piece, and chains have been cracked by force, opened by something with great strength.
I take a big sip from my pitcher of wine and I go, well, he's gone.
Can I
Thanks, rock guy.
jump down?
Yeah, there's steps. So, can you see this now, Aaron? Scroll right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you enter the Undercroft, and this is the place where Duru was yesterday, and the place he's been held captive. However, now as you look around with your dark vision, you see that it's completely empty.
I shout back up that he's not here. He's gone.
Oh shit! I feel
I told you we should have burnt the church down, but
responsible.
no, nobody wanted to be sacrilegious.
You know
Oh,
what,
man.
Solidus? I think for once you were actually right.
Aha!
Smail's
Let's
gonna
go
be
around burning
pissed.
churches.
Does it look like we can tell where he might have gone? Is there any tracks, a trail, or anything?
Make an investigation check, and which part would you like to check? You can do this as a group if you want to sort of
think,
investigate.
Tracking people's feet is my bread and butter.
That
It
it is.
is. If you wanna, I suggest it to Callan. Can you tell? What do your elf eyes see?
Yeah, I'm like away with the ferris for a minute. What? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Get down on the floor, start sniffing it, licking it. Do I see any kind of activity leading in and out of this?
Just do a quick
Place-
investigation check to see how much you're aware of. I'll do it with advantage as well because you've got Bruce helping you.
Okay. Well, it's not that one. First one was a 1, and the second one was a 19, so I got 21 on investigation.
Cool. So you can see clearly that there's a few as you investigate the room and you find scratch marks on the wood, and you can see like bludgeoning marks almost from rocks and stones that have been used to force things open. You track back out into the main room and see there isn't a lot of activity to the north. It's mainly come from the south. As you exit outside, you see in the gravelly mud a few sets of footprints. There is many wolf paw prints, too many to sort of get an idea of how many there were. They lead in around, and then they seem to lead out to the northeast through the graveyard. There's also some footprints, almost 3 sets, heading south into the village.
3 sets of footprints.
Humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid.
Cool. I get advantage on tracking humans.
Yeah. You want to track them?
I will ask the group if that's what we want to do. Do we want to track these footprints? We've got wolf prints and human prints, and they're leading off down into the town.
I feel partly responsible for this. I really feel we should.
If it leads us back to
We
the
should-
mansion, I'm going to be.
The schedule's pretty clear.
We should
Then
lead
yeah, I'll
lead the way, Callan.
keep
We
my eye on the tracks.
Okay.
We need to
So
make
you
this
follow
right.
the tracks back into the village, and they don't go far. They come from the church here, and they seem to go around the back of the houses here, and then cut down the side, and then enter one of these houses along here. As you get to the house, you see no light coming from inside. It just seems like the many abandoned houses that are in the streets of Barovia.
It's the middle of the day, right?
Yeah, it's sort of just past lunch now, I'd say.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Is this the house, Callan?
The one.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Hello? Is anybody there?
You hear no noise coming from inside.
Are you sure, Callan?
Yeah, gonna do a classic police maneuver and go around the back
Cool.
to make sure they're not trying to do a run up.
I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay, as you open the door, it swings open to reveal the sight that meets your eyes turns your blood cold. On the floor, in the center of a small, simple room, is the body of a woman. Her dark dress is ripped and torn, showing her white flesh underneath, flesh that is spattered with blood. Her neck has been torn open, and puncture wounds line her around it. Her facial expression is one of horror, and her dead eyes stare at you in an unblinking scream. As you pull your eyes from the corpse and 2 more bodies slumped near the fireplace, in the opposite corner, you see a hunched figure dressed in dirty rags. It's crouched on top of another body whose legs are all you can see. And this is
well.
what you think you say.
Oh,
Alright.
shit.
Um,
You son of a bitch.
let's
Take him
get
down,
your
boys.
characters on here and make sure everyone can
Mm.
see. So you guys are at the front. Bruce, you just opened the door, which is here. Solidus, I guess you were there, and
Yeah.
Callan, you went around the back. So it's your choice whether you can be. Just let me check. I can. Do I need to have sight, child? Okay.
I can see. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Cool. So it's your choice whether you want to be near the door or if you've come around to the window. There's sort of a window here and a door here.
I will go to the door. That's okay.
Cool. That is cool. Right. Since you knocked, you don't have the element of surprise. Dora is feeding, but he knows that someone's out there. He's sort of been thingy. So if you all roll for initiative.
Doru, what have you done?
9.
9 to
13.
start.
21.
So
Oh, damn.
Solidus, 9. Callan,
8.
21 was it?
Yeah.
Bruce, what was yours?
13.
13. And Blight?
8.
8. Nice. Just let me roll for Dora. Do-do-do-do-do. All right. Just before we go into this, I'm going to take a quick break and top up our drinks.
Okay.
And then may the
idea.
battle commence. All right.
Drink.
Back in a second.
All right, mate. Yo. Yo.
Yellow.
Yo.
Yo. I wonder how long my drug pie is gonna last.
The feeling that you got, the sort of wash of tiredness that swept over you, it was only really just a sort of maybe 30 seconds, if that,
Okay.
from that sort of thing.
I thought it was gonna be mellow all day.
No, you just felt relaxed,
Okay.
and a pleasant
assuming-
feeling in it.
Something's going to kick in when you go to sleep.
I hope so. I hope my
It
mind
ain't called
is
awake, Pies.
That is true. I'm looking forward to it.
What did Dora get on the initiative?
I'm back.
Well, I'm sure you'll find out soon, won't you?
Yeah, okay.
Managed to find strawberry bonbons.
Bum, bum, bum,
God, I
bums.
haven't had one of them in years.
Got one.
I'd love one, thanks.
Get ready. It's about to hit your window. What an
Oh,
arm.
God. One day we'll be able to play in person again.
One
That
can
sweet,
dream.
sweet day.
Mm. I tell you what, the grand final after thingy, we need it in person.
Yeah.
Only if you dress up as Strahd.
Oh yeah, you
I
gotta
need-
dress up as Strahd.
I've got to dress up as a dungeon master. I hope to be getting that suit for Christmas.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh God, he's choking on a strawberry bonbon.
Jesus Christ. It went down there. A very tart strawberry flavoured spit went down the wrong hole.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Oh, my HP on here says 17 out of 20. Well, that's wrong.
Yeah, if your HP is not right, just reset it to your whatever your max is.
28 out of 20.
You can't change it if you click on it.
Yeah, I
you
did.
set it.
Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it.
I'll do it.
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it, mate. Don't worry.
Done it, mate. Done it for you, mate. I know. Dickhead.
To be honest, I don't really want people to see that. Or is it just me that can see that?
I can see it.
Okay.
You can see it. I don't know. Can anybody else see it?
I can't see it.
No, I can't see anyone
See
else's.
what?
So.
Sorry, guys. Kurt's glass of wine made me really fancy one.
Oh, I thought you didn't drink
You
wine.
just pop down to the cellar.
Do when there's no beer in the house.
Fair enough. That's why I'm drinking wine as well. And there's only wine in Barovia, isn't there? So.
Oh yeah, getting character.
Yeah. That's exactly what the tavern guy said. There's no beer in the house, but there is wine.
There is Merlot.
So,
Yeah.
Callan, you're
Right.
top of the round.
I didn't want to be.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
haven't really heard anything as of
Yeah.
yet. You can open a door, or you could.
Well, as I, did
I'm going to delay my action, I think.
as
'cause
I
I don't know
opened,
that this
I wanted to say, but I didn't know if I had to wait for my turn out. As I opened, I wanted to shout, "Doru, what have you done?"
Okay, so you've heard that. You'll have heard that through the door, and you're aware that Dora is a vampire spawn. So if you want to hold an action in the door, then you can.
I am going to hold an action. I'm going to get my bow ready.
Okay.
Hold an action to like forward roll. I'm going to bust in, pop a shot off.
At what
When,
trigger?
when I hear some sort of shit going, when I start hearing some extreme
Okay.
shuffling,
Cool.
some scuffling.
When you hear like a.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Callan, you're holding your action to smash through the door and use your bow. Bruce, it's you.
I'm gonna charge straight for him, sword in the air, and take a swipe. Do I want to do that?
Shout that as you're running towards him.
Do I want to do that? As I run towards him. Oh fuck! I'm just gonna attack him. Just
Okay.
running, not really giving it a thought. Just running. No, Doro, you fool!
Okay.
How do we know this guy has killed her?
He's currently
Yeah.
Currently eating her.
currently
Yeah, he's
eating
eating
one
a
of them.
guy. He's on top of him. But
There's
she
two
could have
sides
been-
to every story. She could have died of a heart attack.
Other bodies.
I got a 6.
6. You miss. He's sort of crouched over this body, and as you come through, the stairs just throw you off, and you miss your swing. Flies past.
That's my go.
Okay. Now it's on to Dory. So at this sword flying past him, he comes up from the feet like, and starts to bolt to the back. Goes through the back door, which at this point, Callan,
Hello.
yeah, he smashes past you. He charges straight past you. Get an opportunity attack if you want to take a reaction, or you could try and grab him.
Do I get an
Oh.
opportunity attack?
Yeah, you do actually. So yeah, right. Back to Blight. You get an opportunity attack as he leaves your engagement.
You mean
Not
Bruce?
Bruce. Yeah.
14.
14. Just misses again. He's too fast. He just crawls
Fucking-
away from the body, gets out through the door.
Fuck you, Doro.
Callan, opportunity attack.
Yeah.
do you wanna-
Instead of trying to attack him, can I use my bow to trip him?
Yeah, I'll
What's
say
it? Home Alone?
we'll do dexterity versus dexterity if you want. He'll try and jump it. You try and put it in the way.
Okay.
Okay, give me a dex roll. He got
Straight dex or... Yeah, straight.
yeah, just straight dex. He got 5. So
I got 15, so it's 18.
okay, you managed to trip him as he charges out the door, and he lands prone in front of you on his back.
I say, where you going, bitch?
We'll use that one just to say he's prone. Okay. At this surprise thingy, he can make a claw attack there, can he? Slashes out towards you with his claw for 17 plus 8, so he hits, right?
Just got me there.
Nicked you.
Let's see. Oh shit. That's 11 damage with his claw.
Owie.
That was 2 4s.
Oh,
Yeah.
As he's charging out the house, he shouts, "Protect me!" And you see these, what you thought were corpses, lent by the fireplace, start to move and come to life. And you see they're actually 2 animated corpses. Or, as I like to call them, zombies.
Oh, shit.
old fashioned zombie.
Use the Z word. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so Dora is on the floor outside, but he's made a slashing attack at you, Callan. Now it's on to Solidus.
Oh, jeez. I don't really know any of what's going on, so
Yeah,
Oh.
you're outside. You've heard a
Yeah.
few screams, a screaming of "Protect me." You've probably heard Callan shout out from the back.
I might head.
It was a pretty big gouge.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down this way. How far can I move again? It's
I think you're 30 feet, aren't you? Like a normal.
Yeah. Alright. That gets me about there.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fire a crossbow at this back on the floor.
Cool. Give me a roll to hit.
I'm gonna roll. Where's my crossbow? 23.
23 hits. Yeah, Jesus.
Excellent. And 6 piercing.
6 piercing. No problem. Uriah flies and. Oh, actually, he's prone, so you should have done it with disadvantage, but that was my fault. No
That's
worries.
right.
We'll say it hits.
Right.
So it stabs into one of his arms as he's on the floor, and it sort of flinches and grabs it, but doesn't seem to do much damage.
Damn. All right. End of turn.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna ready my halberd. In.
Yeah, so draw it from your back, ready
Yeah.
for next time.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Solidus. Now it's you, Blight.
I've heard the commotion in the house, so my instinct is to go in and see what's happening to my bro.
Mhm.
I'm gonna step in.
What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Oh, hey, bro.
Look, zombie. I missed. I think I'm just going to instinctively go over and I'm going to fire my short bow at the this guy, the bottom one.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yeah. 4.
4.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, that misses. Your excitement for entering a room.
24 it was.
Oh, 24.
Oh, so I thought you said 4.
Yeah.
I thought you said 4, and I was like, that sucks. Yeah, 24 hits, man. What's your
Keep wondering
damage?
why we're all laughing at him.
Yeah,
You missed.
And damage 7.
7 damage. Okay, so as you fire the arrow at this, set that off. You fire the arrow and it sticks into the zombie's leg. And as it does, the force of it hitting it actually makes the leg fly backwards. And it flies off the body and lands next to the fireplace. He's now hobbling in one leg, balancing on it, sort of while your arrow is pierced on the side.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think I'll end my turn.
Cool. So it's up to you, Callum. Top of the round.
Does he still get opportunity attacks being prone?
Yeah, I think if he's in melee range, you have advantage on like a melee attack against him.
Does he get disadvantage or is he still just normal?
I think it's normal. You can just slash up.
Right. Okay.
Let me just check. Let me just check. Prone practice move. You can crawl or takes half its move to stand up. Oh, sorry, it does have disadvantage on attack. Should have done that on the last one. Remember that. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage.
Okay. Um. um. That's a bit weird, isn't it? I think if I got a bow, so 5 feet would give you disadvantage, but then it gives you advantage. No, it gives you. I'm gonna step away.
It would equal out, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So you just get a standard roll.
I'll do that then.
You attacking with your bow?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me a roll.
Yeah. 24.
24 hits. Roll for damage.
Damage is 11.
11. No worries. So again, you just point your arrow down, draw to full max, and fire into him. It sticks into his chest, but he doesn't flinch too much from the damage. Okay.
I'm gonna move
Yeah.
away from him.
So you get, he's got his reaction this time again. So you're going to try and make another claw advantage, this time with disadvantage. 5 plus 13.
No.
So he just misses as you dart out the way.
Yeah. I'm gonna stun there, so I get a good view on this guy.
Okay, cool. So you can see him through the open door. Yeah.
That's me done.
All right. So it's now the 10 of the zombies. They're gonna amble forward. This one's gonna head towards its master. Not here. This one's gonna head towards you since you were the threat. And the leg also moves, even though it's got an arrow sticking out of it. It moves 5 feet towards here.
Oh, no.
And this one, Blight, is gonna. Let's have a look. So it can make a bite attack and then a claw attack as well. So it's going to try and bite. 19. That beats your AC, right?
It's your
It's
armor
my what?
class.
Sorry.
Your
That's
armor
shield.
class.
16.
16, did you say?
15.
15. Okay, so he beats it. So it's 1d4 plus 1. Oh, 2 damage. It's not too bad. Then he makes his claw attack. And that one misses. He only got 12 on that one, so he slashes at you, but the bite, you sort of reel back from and dodge out the way.
He bit me.
You bit me, the motherfucker. Okay. Bruce,
Brother!
it's your turn.
I come steaming over. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Divine Favor, which means I get an extra
Okay.
1d4 on damage on a hit. And then as my action, I'm going
Nice.
to come down towards his head with my sword.
Come down to Browntown. All right. Give it a
16.
roll. 16 hits. Damage?
5 plus 1. So it's 6.
6 damage. Was it 1 on the d4?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so you swing your sword down and you manage to chop his arm completely off. It flies to the ground. And lands just about there.
Fuck's sake.
He's multiplying.
So they have got little symbols on. So this one is just his arm, and that's just his leg. But he is taking damage. Obviously, he's got one less leg, one less arm, so he's starting to look a little bit worse
It's all
off.
in the shop.
Anything else you want to do, or is that your full turn?
That's it.
Okay, so now it's on to do a room. So let me see. Let's see. So he's partially wounded, but as you look, the wounds, as you, Solidus and Callan look, the wounds seem to heal themselves. He pulls the arrow from his chest, and the wound seems to heal itself up before your eyes. He starts hissing and is on all fours. And he looks. He's panicking a little because he can't really see an exit. So, he stands up, gets onto all fours, and then he starts to climb the side of the house. So it's a 2-story house.
Jesus.
And he manages to get up onto the roof and out of sight.
You'll get him, Solidus.
So he's now on top of the house. Well, that's where you saw him go last.
I'll give you a leg up, Callan. Gotta deal with this Zomble.
Okay.
No dice.
Solidus, it's your turn.
Right, well, we're just gonna go straight at this Zomble. With the full force of my halberd. I imagine I was running at Doru, but he went up the way.
Yeah, just spider climbed up.
So I carry on the motion.
Cool.
And I will. Shit. I got.
You're going to shit.
Unorthodox, but I'll allow it.
I got a natural 1.
Oh God's sake! As you charge towards this distraction of the creature climbing out of the wall, you try to hit the zombie, but your halberd just slams into the door frame and gets stuck for a second, just wobbling like no. You have to I'd say you take about half your movement trying to pull it back out, ready for next time.
All right, got you. Well, that's that.
You could run back. You've only moved. What have you moved? 10 spaces. You've probably got about 5 if you wanted to try and disengage, or you can stay engaged.
I'll stay engaged.
Okay. Cool. Blight, it's on to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight for my pal here with my dagger. So, just quickly, if I attack him and use Booming Blade,
Yeah.
I roll damage plus a roll of d8, or is that just already included on my character sheet on Beyond?
Just read it
It's
out to me.
booming blade. You just
It's when he moves,
roll
isn't
as an attack, and then if he
Just normal.
moves, just normal. And if he moves afterwards, he takes that
He
extra
gets 1d8
damage.
damage.
But you get sneak attack
yeah.
damage because I'm obviously engaging
Yeah.
him as well. So
Fine,
you would,
okay, cool.
Is it 2d6 you've got now, I think, for sneak attack?
Don't know.
Let me get your sheet up.
I think it is.
I think it's 2. It's either 2 or 3.
It'll say. Where would it say on your actions?
Bear with me.
If you go on your actions and sort of scroll down, there should be a bit that says sneak attack.
No.
Oh
Oh yeah, sorry, on attack. Yeah, 2d6.
Yeah, sweet. Cool.
Right, so I attack normally and then do that.
Yeah, so you attack
Yeah.
normally. If you hit, then you add your 2d6 onto your damage because you've got a companion next to him.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. Right, so I'm going to attack with my rapier.
Okay.
I'll roll for that.
Yeah, roll to see if it hits.
Oh shit. 13.
13.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, that hits the zombie. That's fine.
Nice.
Okay, so
Roll for damage.
piercing.
Yeah, so you get that damage first of that, and then you get the extra 2d8 as well.
Right, so that's 9 damage.
Nice,
Okay.
good roll.
And then my 2d6.
D8. Oh, it's a
D8
D6.
is it? Sorry.
2d6
Two-
for sneak
Sorry,
attack into-
sorry. I'll shut up now.
It's 6.
minus 6. Okay.
2d10.
So you slice your rapier forward and then swing it side to side. As you do that, you manage to decapitate the zombie.
Nice.
His head falls. I'm gonna say his body falls backwards. Just let me get the head on the playing field.
God, his head's going to start crawling, isn't it?
So his body falls backwards and his head almost drops where it landed. It's still, his eyes are still sort of rolling, and his jaw's still like.
Why won't you die?
I'm already dead. No, I can't. Okay. Any movement or anything, or are you staying there?
I'll stay put.
Okay, Callan, onto you.
Realistically, do I think I could be able to get up on the roof from where I am?
It's difficult. It's a 2-story building, so let's say it's at least probably 10. It's probably about 15
Is
to
it-
20 feet high. It would cost you double that to move up there, so you'd have to be at the base to give it a go. But it's a difficult climb.
Okay. I'll move to there and start the climb.
Okay, so you move there, which would be what, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an athletics check.
If you wait, I was gonna throw you up there.
15.
You don't manage. You start to pry up, and you manage to get up the like the first, almost like the first story, using the window slats and the bits of wood. But from there, you just slip and you fall back to the base.
I look at Alex. Get out. Get hand.
I'm a bit busy.
Oh, all right.
Can you not see?
I'll wait.
Gonna
That's
sling
all I
an
can do. I can't do anything else, can I?
You could sling an arrow at the zombie if you wanted.
Come on, spiff it.
Oof. True, Alex. Okay.
Yeah, dodge around him. You'd have to go under his legs. As you fall back to the ground, you go under his legs.
15.
15. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
5.
5. Would
5
you be on
piercing.
the ground? 5 piercing. Yeah, that's enough. So as you shoot, you fall back down from the climb, bitter at your anguish and not getting up there. You launch your arrow and it smashes into his leg. This time creating another leg, knocking it off completely. which lands about here.
Wow. These guys are fragile.
Okay, it's the zombie's turn, so we'll start with this one. This one's going to go for you, Solidus.
Oh.
So let's see. It tries to bite first, which I think misses with an 8,
Yeah, it does.
and tries to attack with its claws. 13?
No.
No, both miss. This sort of unbalancing of its limb flying behind it, and this green gunk splatting out. Just it tries to go for you, but it can't get it. Its leg's gonna slowly crawl away.
It's leaving.
And this one, okay. So let me see.
Has Doru gone?
He's on
His
the roof.
spider climbed up to the roof on his last turn.
Okay.
He's now out of sight from the guys outside, and obviously from you inside. Okay, so the head that's now on the floor tries to bite at your leg, Blight. With 13. What was your AC? 14?
15.
15,
15.
nice. Yeah, so it doesn't hit. It's almost like this inanimate head just like... And you just move your foot back. The hand that's next to you, Bruce, is going to try and claw you. With 5, 9 misses. So it's clawing at you, and you both just kind of like weirded out, look at each other, and step backwards. The body itself is just going to stumble blinded in the backwards direction. Okay, now it is Bruce.
Herb stomp it, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the head. I'm looking a bit concerned, perturbed at the fact that these aren't really dying. They're just getting smaller. I'm just gonna try to just destroy the head.
Okay, what are you using?
Well, I would curb stomp it, but it's not gonna do enough damage, so I use my sword.
Okay, use your sword.
Just go to just stab it down.
Herb stomp it if you want, dude. Okay. Right.
Go
give
for
me
the
a roll
brain.
check.
I know this. Go for the brain.
Everyone knows that.
That's a 10, but I feel like that might.
10
miss.
hits.
Oh, does it? Nice.
Yeah, hits. Roll for damage.
10 plus 14.
Nice. So you, how do you want to do this?
I just come down like this. Go back to hell! Just stab it straight
So
through
you
the top of the
impale
head.
his head into the floor. Your sword like sticks a couple of inches into the wood.
As it like
through the
sticks in,
floor.
I just like pull it out and just fling it across the room into the wall.
Nice. Wise crap. You just gutter like, ow, and the body falls limp on the floor. And the limbs that were sort of crawling around and moving just cease to move anymore. It appears to be fully destroyed.
Was gross.
And with that, I start use my movement to head outside.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, yeah, to there.
Cool.
Go for the head! Go for the head!
Okay, so it's now Dory's turn. You hear a scratching sound from the roof, and you see a shadow jump from this rooftop to the next one.
Oh shit.
It seems that he's running, and you just see a movement dart across and out of sight.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is now Solidus's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna biff this fella. Finally biff.
So you pull your halberd out of the wood,
Halberd's
ready
out.
for a good biffing.
Get ready to be biffed.
Just sit on
Does
him.
a 10 hit?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh,
Roll for damage.
Christ. Oh, it's only a 6.
6 damage.
Yeah.
So you do manage to damage it. You You manage to cut through one of its arms,
Nice.
and as you haven't seen yet, but the other guys have, its arm falls clean to the floor and begins to grasp at the ground around it. Let's get one of them over here. Okay. Anything else, Solidus?
I'm gonna just have a quick jibe at Callan for falling off the wall. Just be like, I thought you were agile.
You could bend forward a little bit. That'd be great.
Oh, okay, I'll-
use it as a springboard.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you jibe at him, that ends your turn. It's on to Blight. You've just seen your brother charging out the house. He's now at the back door.
I'm going to do the same.
Yeah?
What
Move
makes
to the
it
back.
Callan? Oh.
Yeah.
The image you see through the door is this one-armed, one-legged zombie similar to what you've seen inside, almost hanging itself off Solidus. You could take a shot if you wanted.
Yeah, so would that have to be a melee, a bow shot, or am I close enough to hit it with my
You could
dagger?
hit it with melee, actually. You could probably stab it through the door.
Do it with my dagger.
Yeah, cool. Roll to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, it's frozen.
Oh.
But 18.
18 hits, yeah.
Nice.
Roll for damage.
7.
You get your 2d6
Nice.
as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
2d6 because you've got your sneak attack.
6.
Rogues.
Nice. That's a good. You've managed to wound it quite well. You actually cut off its other leg, which just falls to the floor. You've now got this like limp stump of a body like just dropped onto the ground, and its legs are everywhere. It's got one arm, and it's sort of crawling.
Tis but
towards
a
you like
scratch.
Land of the Living Dead sort of. Cool. All right, Callan, top of the round.
Yeah, I'm going to use Solidus this time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just try and freehand it up the side of the wall. I'm going to jump off his calf onto
Okay.
his shoulders and then jump.
All right, I'll let you make an athletics check with advantage.
Okay, first one. It's 6.
Oh, how athletic.
6.
Second one, 17. 6, sorry.
17. You managed to get a little higher this time. With you being at the base, you seem to manage to get there a bit higher with Thingy's help. You managed to get onto the roof, but when you get up there, there's no one up there, and you can't see any sign of anyone. You are now on the roof.
On the roof.
Yeah.
Up
I'll
on
stay
the
up there, though.
roof. Pardon?
I'm going to stay up there, though, and
Okay.
use... And just,
Can you-
like, peruse the rooftops.
Can you see him on the other
Movement.
roof? Because he leapt from roof to roof, so you might see him on the next one.
I'm looking, but I can't see anything.
In the shadows, it's grey. It's not dark yet. It's getting to mid-afternoon, but you can't see him across the rooftops.
What do you see up there, Callan? You found him.
Regret.
Oh,
I've made a huge mistake.
stay up there.
Okay, Callan, it's the zombie's turn. So let's have a look. This is
Look at the state of this house. There's just zombie bits everywhere.
so this has got an arm and a head, hasn't it? So you can make a bite and a claw attack. It's gonna go for Solidus because
Oh.
that's what he knows. Ooh, nice. So 16.
Nope, it's a
His bite.
17. It's a 17, baby.
Mother-
Sorry.
It just chomps onto your armor, like your armor-clad leg. Oh, the claw definitely misses. Yeah, that's only a 9.
Excellent.
So he's literally this almost decrepit corpse. You almost feel sorry for him. He's just scratching at your legs. This claw, decapitated, well, the armed claw makes an attack. 15, still misses.
So, Mrs.
His legs begin to just shuffle away.
My legs.
Okay, Bruce.
I gotta put it out of its misery, and using the technique I used before, I'm going to just slam it down into his head.
Stabby, stabby.
That will be a 23.
23 hits. Roll for damage.
5.
5, just enough. Same way as last time.
The
Bring
head's
your
still on the
sword up.
body, isn't it?
Yeah, this time.
Yeah, I just go straight into the head again.
Straight into the skull. The brain shatters. The skull just goes almost like a rotten pumpkin just exploding on the ground. Solidus, your lower half just gets coated in this sort of brain matter and yucky, rotting flesh.
Sorry about that, Solidus.
That's gonna go great with my dream pie tonight.
But the hands go limp, and the nightmare is over.
The night was over.
Nice work, boys.
Paul,
Where's Doru?
Yeah.
Callan, have you got Doru?
you know,
I think I do.
the room had bodies in it. Were
Yeah.
all of the bodies these zombies, or are there more bodies?
No, so I'll leave that one. The bodies on the floor are dressed in the same clothes as you've seen common Barovians in. There was a man and a woman. The woman was laid across the center here. She was all torn up, and the man, now Duru has left. You see he's got the same gash on his neck.
I'm gonna fall to my knees,
Well,
and this is my fault.
it is. I definitely think it is.
I appreciate your honesty, Solidus.
Hundo P, mate.
I say we throw all the bits of body in the house and burn it down.
Can I get off the roof first?
Nope.
Do that.
Start the fire.
Yeah, as you see the Bruce just skewer this zombie into the ground and sort of just get covered in thingies, you just like lower yourself down and drop to the floor.
And I say, was it worth it, Callan?
How are you doing up there?
I was after that guy. What's his name?
Doru.
Ruby? Doru, yeah.
And how'd that go?
But, well, he's gone. He's a nimble little minx.
He's wily.
The bodies.
Mm.
Did you say one of them's like just ripped to shreds and one of them's intact?
Yeah, so the woman's been quite badly torn up, like around the neck and claw marks on the body. The man, he's more intact. He's just got smaller puncture wounds, a smaller bite mark on his neck. It seems that the woman was possibly first, and with his hunger, Doru sort of went to town on her.
There's no chance of these coming back, is there?
Well, that's what I was just thinking.
Doru or the thingies.
The bodies, like, coming back as...
Oh, I mean, you can check them. You can make like a medicine check and see, but it looks like they've been drained and they look. The woman's skin is like taut to her face. It doesn't look like, from what you can tell, they'd thingy.
Right.
From what you know, anyway. But you don't know much about vampires.
Is there anything of interest in the room? Just looking about.
It's just a very simple homestead. There's an upstairs, which you haven't been to, but downstairs just a fire.
Is there anything that stands out to us that would make us think, why would he pick this house?
It's close proximity to the church. You know,
The tracks kind of just like beelined for this house, didn't they?
Yeah, you know from your previous encounter that he was hungry and
Seemed quite frantic. I think it was random.
yeah.
Yes, but how many more is he going to kill? I mean, we're due to
You
leave.
might want to tell
I don't know, but I need to.
the Burgermeister about that.
Mm.
So let's just let let Izzy know, and we'll be on our way. We've got a mission.
Yeah. We got stuff to do. Places to be.
Sister out there.
All right, I think we should tell the Burgermeister wherever he's.
Yeah. I mean, this is what he wanted us to do, wasn't it? To go check on this guy. So
Yeah, I don't think he meant.
we checked on him, and
Paul,
couple of
you
people
know,
are
you said
dead.
he jumped to the next roof. Did we see like what direction he was going in, or?
Give me a. Well, Callan, if you give me
Yeah, it'd
a.
have to be Callan. I was inside.
Just give me an investigation check from your time on the roof.
20.
20. Okay, that's pretty good. From your observation on the roof, you see that if we go to the map of the village, so the house you're in is around here, and you saw him head across the rooftops here. It looks like he was going back past the church, possibly. Behind the church, looming in the distance, is the castle on the pinnacle of rock, which you have now come to know as Strahd's castle.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Heading home.
I'm just gonna walk
Season
out,
protection with
dejected.
Strahd, maybe. Yeah, I tell Tadbone where he went, or where I could see. Maybe he can go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Y-
aimlessly
Your
walk out,
intuition would say that he's leaving the village rather than going further in.
start heading back towards the, like almost like a zombie myself. Just start heading back towards the mansion, just like in massive amounts of guilt.
Okay. So you all head back to the mansion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you head back. As you bang on the door, the small eye slit opens up, and it says Mark on the other side. Ah, come, you've returned. Please come in. Did you manage to get what you needed? How is Doro?
He's okay. He's not
Great.
dead.
We've got
Good to hear.
good news and bad news.
And what is the bad news?
He's not hungry anymore.
That's yeah.
What do you mean by that?
He's killed several people.
Full disclosure, Izzy, he's now a vampire. He's killed a few people, and we let him get away.
I feared this would happen. I should have done more yesterday in the church.
Yes, you should have, Ismark.
Where has this happened?
It's totally your fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
House on the northwest of town.
I must go at once, please. Please, just come in. See Irina. I need to see this for myself. And he pushes out your way and sort of goes and just marches straight down through the town towards the church.
Well, he's gone.
Pub, anyone?
I'm just gonna say, is there any wine left over?
There's a little bit on the table. You've helped yourself to the stores before. You see there is a couple of bottles in there.
I'm gonna start drinking.
As you make your way through the house, you see Irina is just back in the lower chambers. I'm prepared. I think I have everything ready for tomorrow.
Excellent. We should leave very
You
quickly.
see that she now is carrying a rapier, which she didn't really have before. She had her armor and stuff like that, but she now seems to be armed. There's a small bundle in the main hallway, which seems to be a pack and bedroll and stuff like that. So she does seem to be kitted out for a journey.
Good to know.
Excellent. Well,
We brought pie.
should we?
Well, I got hit.
Yes, I've
Oh.
got a lovely pie.
As you come in, she sees that you're pretty scratched up, especially you, Kellen. And she comes up and she's like,
Go meditate.
"What has happened here? Please, let me assist you." And she takes you into sort of the dining room and sits you at a chair, takes a bowl of water and a sponge, and begins to tend to your wounds. And
I'm not adverse to this.
You got this gaping claw mark across your chest, and
Yeah.
she's just
The nasty man did it. Zombie man did it.
Doru escaped.
Ah.
He's
escaped. How?
he's killed some villagers. I don't know. I thought we left it secure, but I guess
It's
not.
the work of Strahd. I
No,
know it.
it's just bad craftsmanship on doors, I suspect.
He's been in there so long, though. They went to the castle months, years ago. I tell you, there was no attack last night. That's probably the reason why.
Ah, the walls were busy.
There were
There's always a dark
many
side to every cloud.
many wolf prints around the entrance to the church.
He uses them as helpers.
I wonder where the priest is.
He's upstairs. Oh, Donovich. I must tell him of his son.
No.
Did you say he's dead?
Uh,
Oh,
No.
Well, he's undead.
little column A, little column B.
I must go and tell him
Donovich,
what's happened here.
Donovich knows this, I don't know. He's been
I don't think he'll
feeding
take
them.
it well.
That's true.
Yeah. He probably thought he was picking the better villagers, though, to feed him. So she, at this point, she leaves the room. Please just make arrangements for yourself tonight. We'll regroup in the morning.
There is a slice of pie here for you.
It's lovely. It's a lovely pie. It'll calm you down.
Oh, you're having some pie?
Yeah.
Or did you offer a pie? I didn't hear
I
that.
offered a
I'll
pie,
offer
yeah.
a little bit of pie.
As she turns, she says, "Where did you get that from?"
Nice old lady on the street.
Granny, apparently.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they call her Granny.
Others know her as Morgantha, but she says her name is Granny. I'm okay, thank you. I'll pass.
Are you sure it's a lovely dream pie?
Yes, I've heard of the dream pies from the villagers. A delightful treat, but not before a long journey. And at that point, she leaves the
Your
room.
lost sister. Like, I gave her a real sassy, like, some clicks, and
Nice.
I tilt my head like,
So after about, are you going to eat the pie now, or do you want to wait?
I'm gonna tuck it into pie. Yeah.
Okay, she told her that she sit at the table. You cut yourself a slice.
I'm gonna find a quiet corner and meditate.
Okay. You just tend to your wounds, Callan, and you taking a short rest, or do you want to wait for a long one?
4 hours for me is a long one.
Oh yeah, true. So you spend the time in the afternoon. It's beginning to get like 4 or 5 o'clock. So as you tuck into the pie, with each bite you get that same feeling of just a peacefulness and inner quiet. You find after about one slice, you feel docile but appeased. You feel your hunger is quenched. After about 2 hours, Ismark comes back. He lets himself in, and he comes into the room. His face is white. He looks pretty shaken from the sight they've seen.
Ismark,
He sits at the table.
It's my fault. We should have killed
No.
Doru when we had the chance.
Bruce, you've helped us here. This is no one's fault but his. His ways.
I walk in, interrupting with my pie dish in hand. Say, "You guys have got to try this pie. It'll really cheer you up." And I have a little spoonful, and I push it towards Ismark's mouth.
No, please.
Just in the cup.
After what I've seen, I don't think I'll be eating tonight.
Oh, it'll make you feel so good.
That is not something.
I'm afraid I appear to have lost my appetite, Solidus. I'm sorry.
That's more pie for me then.
All I ask from you all is please protect my sister. We need to go at first light. Things like this cannot keep happening.
I will do everything in my power. I will not make the same mistake twice.
Yes. I perk up at that point. So you want us to like be in the room with her and stuff? Or do you want us to wait outside the room with her? or-
Callan.
My
Oh.
sister has a mind of her own, and she will choose who she wishes to
Oh.
be in the room with. If
Oh yeah,
that
sure.
is
No,
you,
yeah. I'm
then
just for the ultimate protection package, it
I
requires
don't quite
a
remember
room.
Callan being so horny last episode.
Hey, last time he was very docile. This is.
It was really
Yeah, well, I've seen the
quiet.
picture now.
oh dear. So he asks you to look after her, and
Been a long road.
he also says, I was talking with Donovich again today. He says he's heard of a church in Valaki, one that has something of a saint in, some bones, I believe, and he says it's a good protection. It could be somewhere where you could take her when you get there.
Well, does he have a
Sounds delightful.
vampire son as well? Can we really trust that Donovich?
He is a good man, as
Is
I
he?
said.
I thought he was a
Fed people.
follower of the Lord of Light, but no priest would do this.
Many people will do a lot for their family, especially in times like these.
I
You'd
look
be
at Blight.
surprised how easy it is to get corrupted.
I look at Blight
And
and
at that, he
sort of nod. Yeah, fair.
make a perception check, Bruce.
Um, perception. 19.
19. When he says it's easy to get corrupted, you notice his eyes glance at the pie before leaving the room.
Excellent.
No.
I eat more pie. all this like attention at the pie is really making me want the pie.
You don't notice all of this.
As
You're not
no,
paying
as
attention.
as I sort of like pick up on that, I say, "Is Mark, do you are you not having some of this dream pie?"
No. I'm not hungry, thank you. I'm going to turn in. I think I've had enough excitement for one day, as they say. And with that, he leaves the room. Please, just help yourself, and in the morning, we will say our goodbyes.
Okay, sleep well.
Okay. So, you spend the rest of the afternoon Solidus eating pie. Does anybody else want to partake in the pie?
Anybody else want some pie?
I'm
No, I
not.
don't trust that pie.
Oh, just me. All right, cool. Keep on
Get
eating.
pie out of my face.
I just
So-
just sort of whisper to Blight and just say like, I get a funny feeling about that pie. I wouldn't go near it.
Nom 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 nom.
Solidus, that you're shocked that no one else wants this delicious pie that you've tried. You plow your way through at least half, saving the rest possibly for tomorrow or a future day.
Oh yeah, I'll wrap some up. That'll be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it for future.
Paul,
Okay.
what was the name of this church that you mentioned?
He didn't give a name. He said Donovich knows of a church that has
Ah.
a saint's remains in.
Oh, okay.
So, you spend the rest of the evening, the last few hours of light, eating, tending to your wounds, preparing the last of your supplies, ready for the journey tomorrow. And then you turn in for the night.
Yes.
Anyone on watch tonight? Are you doing the same with Callum?
Yeah,
I'm
Karen
gonna
can
sleep.
sit
Yeah.
and do it.
Callan,
All right.
pull you awake.
Take a long rest.
What's your pattern of checks, Callan?
So it's usually just sitting down with my feet up, and then
To be honest,
and
Paul,
then every now and again doing a walk around the lower level of the house.
Okay, make a perception
Because
check.
everyone's asleep upstairs, I'm not gonna.
I think to be
Yeah.
honest, Paul, it would take. I think I would be up for quite a while, not able to sleep after the guilt of what happened. So I could take a watch for the first few hours that
So-
Callan's
23.
meditating.
Bruce, you make a perception check. Callan, you make a perception check. Solidus, as you turn to bed, you have one of the most pleasant dreams you've ever experienced. You dream of tables of food, voluptuous women serving you it. Your body feels euphoric, and it's one of the best experiences you've ever had.
Oh,
And this dream just seems to go on and on and on. Okay, what were the perception checks?
23.
23.
I'm going to use a luck point because I only got a 6.
Okay.
12.
12. Okay. Callan, as the night draws on, possibly around midnight, a little bit later, you begin to hear noises outside, scratching at the doors, howling, coming from the distance. Bruce, while you're upstairs, you don't see anything for the part of your shift, and then you fall into a light sleep. But you're awoken almost immediately by an acrid smell of smoke coming from the window.
Me?
Yeah. So,
I
Callan, you can hear noises outside,
I jump
scratching.
up.
All the windows downstairs are barred, by the way, like wooden, blocked out, so you can't see much through. Bruce, you've got the smell of smoke.
Smoke. I go to the window. Is that where it's coming from, you say? I go
Mhm.
to the window, have a look.
As you look out, you see the smoke is coming from underneath your room. There's been a small fire set, and you see a couple of cloaked figures on horses riding away from the house.
Oh shit, shit. Fire, fire, fire! I start
As you
trying to
shout,
wake everyone.
Blight, you wake up, and you begin to panic. The room is now starting to fill with this smoke. You start to cough and splutter as you sit up. You hear your brother shouting, "Solidus, you sleep on."
Oh shit.
yeah. Oh.
At
Somebody
this,
rake up Rock Guy.
Irina and Ismark burst through the room. Ismark first. Fire! Where?
Seems to be below. I just, as I say that, I run over to Solidus and start shaking him. Solidus, Solidus, get up, we need to go.
You shake him, but he doesn't wake.
Fuck.
At that, Irina says, "Come with me, quick!" And they charge through the house. Downstairs there's a large sort of water pump. He begins pumping furiously. And there's already a couple of buckets next to this. They seem to be prepared for this sort of thing. Hey, quick, take the buckets. Throw them out the bedroom window and try and put it out. Go, go, go. He passes one to you, Bruce, one to you, Blight.
I do
At
what they
this point,
say.
Callan, you've seen the commotion come from upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real good
Do I
watch.
still hear the scratching sounds, or are they gone?
You hear a couple on the other side of the house.
Okay, I'm going to go investigate that while all this commotion's going on.
Okay.
I feel like this could be a diversion.
You never know. Bruce and Blight, you managed to...
Oh, Callan, you're so suspicious.
After about 15 to 20 minutes of running up and down the stairs and pouring water out the window, you manage to douse the fire to a point where it's just a smolder. Callan, you go to the source of scratching and you hear this like thud. Thud. You can't see what it is, but you just see large shadows on the other side of this slatted window. You wait out, not a lot you can really do, and after about the same time, around 20 minutes, the noise begins to fade.
Okay. Can I go out? Get
As you
outside?
try to go to the door, Ismark shouts across, "No! Do not open the door! Please! It's our only protection."
Okay. I tell Ismail of the shadows and the scratches and the sounds.
They will pass. They will pass. Trust me, please.
Does he know what they are?
It is Strahd. As I said, I fear it will get worse. Tomorrow is the day you will go, but not tonight.
Ismark, have you had a fire before?
Yes, this is why we have prepared.
I
They have
saw
tried many things.
I saw riders with cloaks. Does that
Not
sound
all of
familiar?
Strahd's servants are animals. Here's some supporters.
Why did Strahd want to get into the house so bad?
He wants Irina, is the idea.
Right.
It-
So anyone
they,
checked on her?
they know little more than that. She's up with you. She's at the pumping. So
Okay.
Ismark, where do these riders come from? Do you know? You
I just
support
presume-
Strahd.
I presume it's the castle. We do not track them further than the boundary of the village, and I do not see the risk worth taking to follow them. This is yet another attack, but I fear when Irina is gone and he finds out, then the attacks will stop, or at least cease for a while.
Or follow us.
Please. I do not think he'll stretch to Valaki. As I said, I know there is protection there, and it's a more established place than this, and less in his power. You will see when you get there.
I think the sooner we leave, the better.
Yeah, I'm sick of this place. Let's go at first light.
Okay,
Agreed.
then to bed.
Hmm.
Ding!
Hi.
Okay. So you go back, and Solidus is just laid peacefully in bed, a small smile on his face, his body almost tanned by the blackened smoke that's coming to the
Wow.
I just
You,
look at him as I walk past him. Fucking rock man.
you manage to fall into a restless sleep.
Can I just walk past his room with that bucket and throw some water over him?
Yeah.
Run off.
You throw water onto him, and he doesn't wake. He's deep in a slumber.
I might be dead.
In your dream, Solidus, you feel like you change from the table into this large pool, like lagoon. It's almost in a oyster shell with pearl, and you're sat in it, and this warm water is lapping up around you.
Oh.
Okay, so the rest of you go back to bed, and you get a restless night's sleep, but you do manage to sleep, so you can heal if you want to take a long rest for the rest of the evening.
Done.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
As you wake, you head down for a solemn breakfast. The last of the food seems to be on the table, ready to eat. Irina is prepared. She has a large cloak covering her armor and herself. She's almost... The cloak is dirtied to make her look less susceptible to the passing eye. So does you wake?
Yeah.
And the feeling of joy and exuberation has passed.
Oh.
You now feel hungry.
Oh. More pie.
The pie is what takes your fancy.
Oh yes, more
You
pie.
start to feel a huge sadness over you, like a weight. But when you find the pie, you put more into your mouth.
Drug pie.
Consume another piece.
Do I?
This,
Do I? Oh, go on.
yeah,
Do I see this? Do I see him sort of going for the pie?
yeah. You see, if you're still up there, you see Solidus wake, and sort of this expression of joy just turns to like and then he gets the pie and he just forces it into his mouth.
Solidus, wait!
Pie.
It's too late. He's eating it.
Solidus, do you remember
At that
anything from
point-
last night?
Pie.
Solidus,
Lovely.
peace comes over you again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, last night was lovely. There was food and water and
There was a fire.
so much.
Did you?
So much. Yeah,
did
it was
you miss
really.
that?
It was nice and warm. Lovely roasting fire to curl up with.
You almost died.
Don't we all almost die every day? In a way, I think we do. I think if you think about it, I think you'll know.
Solidus, just be careful with this pie, okay? I really feel like it's not good for you.
Pie? Did you say pie? Have you got some pie? Do you have pie? Where's Granny with the pies? And I start saying, Granny Hag! Granny Hag! And I just eat some more
Cool.
pie that I've got in my pocket.
Fucking meth pie.
We'll see you down to about a quarter of the pie now.
Quarter pie. Right, got you.
The sooner he eats it, the better.
Mm.
So, After that small encounter, you head down for a solemn breakfast. Irina is talking to Ismark, saying her goodbyes. The hour is early. The sun is just coming up across the horizon. So the morning air is chill as you step out of the mansion. The clouds seem thinner today, but the sky is still a pale grey. Your breath creates its own fog as you wrap the travelling cloaks tighter. You cut across the ground to avoid the street of the village and the watching eyes that lie there. After a short while, you pick up a dirt road that leads further into the valley. We will switch on to the map. There you are. Okay. So you head in a southerly direction down towards the river. Irina tells you it's the river Ivlis, and you're beginning to see that this once would have been a beautiful land if it was not for the sense of oppression and death. The river is crossed with an arched stone bridge, and from here you head into the woodlands that wrap around the foot of the mountains and the foothills that begin to rise up in front of you. The wood is similar to where you travelled through before. The trees' closeness begin to make you feel claustrophobic, and the mist twists playfully in between the trees, reaching onto the path as if trying to grasp at your legs. So, as you walk, Irina begins to just talk, passing conversation. Um, she comes to you, Callan, and Blight, who she perceives as probably the weaker members of the team. And she looks at your clothes and tells you how she'll be able to mend them when you stop. The tears in your capes and stuff like that. You can tell she's trying to be helpful, and she's trying to offer some sort of assistance. I'm not going to say service. She's gonna try. She tries to offer some sort of assistance to the party as a thank you for helping him. So,
The holes in my cape should be the less of your problems.
what do you mean?
I mean, elephant in the room. Strahd.
Yeah, just keep your eyes on the
Well,
woods, okay?
Yeah.
Look,
what do you what do you think of Strahd?
It's not someone that I want to meet. I don't know why he is after me. All I know is destroyed my full life. Everything I clasped dearly has been taken from me, and now even my own brother and my home. But I know it's for his safety that I leave, and I thank you again for taking me with you, or escorting me there. I just
Well,
hope.
yeah, I'd say don't thank us until we get there.
If
I trust you will get me there.
if Strahd is so keen to acquire you, what makes you think he won't stop at just the village? He'll follow you, surely.
If you can tell me where else I can go, then please do, but this is all I know. The priest may be able to help me, maybe there'll be more information. As my brother said, the town is bigger. There's more people.
Has anyone
There's
tried to?
less oppression.
Has anyone tried to kill Strahd?
I don't know. I know little of him, and the less I know, the better. It's not something I want to learn. And at that, she turns
Okay.
quiet. She doesn't really want to talk about Strahd much anymore. You can tell she's
Let's talk
more
about something else.
she's more riddled with fear.
What do you enjoy?
Sewing.
What's your
Uh,
favourite pastime?
well, I do enjoy sewing. I'm quite good at it, to know. I can mend many things. We have to fend for ourselves in Barovia, so garments, satchels, that sort of thing. Even wounds when it comes to it.
Okay.
Good to know.
Let's hope it doesn't come to it.
I
Yeah.
agree. I hope not as well.
I say, well, if wolves attack us, you could sew them up a storm. I'm
She
sure they'll
laughs at your
sew-
humour.
Ha ha ha.
So, as you travel through the forest, you start to feel like you're losing a grasp on time. The route you've plotted should have only taken an hour or so to traverse this section of wood, but you feel like you've been on the road for more like 3. You start to feel the map you have may not be to scale. As you come round the bend in the path, the right side of the forest opens out, and you see the river again. So you're around here. You also see towering above on its pinnacle of rock the looming castle you've seen before. A flock of bats circle the tall tower where the clouds seem darker. Irina shivers as she looks at the castle and moves closer to you all. The fear is visible on her face. That's Castle Ravenloft.
I say, why don't we just go there?
That is not a place you want to go, my friend. It was built by Strahd's family and named after his mother. It is a symbol of dread.
That's where he
I've
lives,
heard
right?
tales. Yes, that is where he resides. But he is the land. I've heard people go before. I believe that was where Dora went. And you see what became of him.
We did.
I'd rather die than be forced to live with him.
Did you?
Well, either could happen.
Did she say he is the land?
Yeah.
He is the ancient. He is the land. I've heard that before.
If you mutter that, she doesn't really comprehend it.
Does that mean anything to you? He is the ancient. He is the land.
I haven't heard that before. I just know he is the power here. He is everything.
Hmm.
You can't do anything without Strahd knowing. Or trying to stop you, at least.
Suspicious little bitch.
Yeah.
I
At
don't
that point,
trust
I'm like, can he stop me taking a piss?
That's
Or
what
I just
that's what
start
everyone was
winging.
chanting in the fucking Durst Manor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And on the topic of needing a piss, I'm going to go for a piss in real life. Right, back in a second.
Alright.
Yeah, you could just railroad about 200 pages in this Strahd book by just going and knocking on Strahd's door.
That's what I thought. Just go.
But he would just end up dying.
See how he's
Yeah,
doing.
literally. Just snaps her necks.
He would
He can't be
definitely
that
kill us.
tough.
Paul must have prepared for all these scenarios.
Mm.
Could test him.
One of my spells is to disguise myself, so I might just disguise myself as Strahd and go walk into Strahd's house. See how
Do we
far I
know what
get.
Strahd looks like?
That's a good point.
Didn't we see him on a horse in the sky during our
I
last
think we
battle?
saw like a silhouette, didn't we? In
Yeah,
the
I
Durst
I'll
Manor, there
disguise
was
myself
like
as a silhouette.
The Durst Manor, I think there was a...
Oh, there was paintings, wasn't there?
I don't know if there was like a statue or something, right?
Yes, there was a statue.
Yes.
So maybe you do know what he looks like.
What was that?
What you doing?
What?
We're just
What are you discussing?
breaking the game.
No, do not break the game.
Saying if I disguise myself as Strahd, like how far I could get into the house before someone notices.
Fool his housekeeper.
Have you seen him? I
You've
suppose
seen
you
a
saw the
statue of him.
didn't you? Yeah.
Don't know what like his colour his hair is and stuff.
Yeah.
But
They
be
go in
alright.
like, fully grey. No, that's
Yeah,
not
I
right.
don't know what he sounds like either, so just go in there like, what's going on here?
Hey,
I'm
this is purple
Strahd.
face.
Mr. Strahd, you are different.
Your master has returned.
You look a little pale.
Why are you not bowing?
Okay.
I'm like, I think I got it, guys.
So you move past this little opening in the woodland and carry on through. After a short while, you come to a crossroads, which looks a little something like can't remember how I did this before. I put it all in your journals, didn't
Yeah.
I? So if you open up the River is lives, I think it's if lives, but I've spelled it wrong. Crossroads. It should be in your journals now.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, another graveyard.
let me
Oh, right.
describe what you see. An old wooden gallows creaks in the chill wind that's blown down from the high ground to the west. A frayed length of rope dances from its beams. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points off in 3 directions. Barovia Village to the east, Sea Pool to the northwest, and Ravenloft and Valaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down and disappears into the trees, while the southwest fork clings to the upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in fog.
What's
Irina
the
steps. Come.
what's the one that says that was towards southwest? What's that say?
So on the sign, you've got
Yeah.
Barovia Village to the east, Sea Pool to the northwest, and
Sea
Ravenloft
Paul.
and Ravenloft and Valaki to the southwest. Irina walks up to the sign, and as she's reading through it, she says, "I think the Sea Pool is what Donovich was talking about, the camp. I think that's the way we should go."
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I
And
completely
then I
agree.
look at the rest of us like, we'll be the judge.
He
She's
did.
following us, right?
True, but Ismark did mention the camp. Said it would be a good place to spend the night at least.
I agree.
Fair enough.
Any
Yeah, we'll go to
bit
the
of
camp. We'll eat more
solitude in
pie.
this
We'll
land.
go to sleep. It'll be great.
So you start making your way down the
I guess.
northwest
I'm not going to
fork.
force it.
Okay.
Mhm.
As you begin to leave the crossroads, you hear a creaking noise behind you, coming from the gallows. Where there was nothing before hangs a lifeless grey body. The breeze turns the hanging figure slowly, so that it fixes its dead eyes upon you.
Right.
You see a Barovian man dressed in common clothes. Except you, Callan. You see a lifeless body swaying in the wind.
Oh.
As it sways slowly, you hear a thud, and you see something drop from underneath it.
Does anyone else see that? That wasn't there before.
That's a dead guy.
Stay sharp, everyone.
That's a dead guy.
Can I cast Divine Sense?
Yeah.
I
What does it show you?
detect good and evil. I know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet.
It doesn't show up on anything.
Did I see it drop the thing as well, or did I just see?
Yeah, you see yourself hanging from the gallows, and you see an item drop from its hand onto the gallows floor. It's a small item, probably about the size of an apple.
Can I go pick it up?
Yeah. So as you approach the gallows, where you hang from the rope, on the floor is a small padlock. It's made of a dark grey metal and has a good weight to it. Its shackle is simple, but the body is ornately carved with a floral design that wraps around the skull. Where you'd expect to see a keyhole is a skull's mouth, which is open with a small bowl shape that has been carved into the metal. You pick it up.
Yeah.
As you pick it up, you hold the lock in your hand. Something wet drips on the back of your neck. You look at your hand after you wipe it off and see your hand is red. Another drop hits the lock. As the red liquid fills the skull's mouth, the shackle opens with a pop.
Can we all see this happening?
Yeah, you see Callum go up, but you see him, he's underneath a Barovian man, whereas he can see it as himself.
Okay.
You okay there, Callan?
Yeah, just
you doing with
checking
that?
out dead me hanging from the
Did
from the
you?
gallows here. Yeah, dead me.
Do you mean the Barovian man?
I'm not Barovian.
I know, but he looks pretty Barovian. You know, he's definitely not one of you.
I look at him weirdly, like it's me. That's me.
I don't see any resemblance.
Oh, same here.
No, me neither. Thing is, he's dead, and that would never happen.
You just shrug it off.
Yeah,
I'm very
I'm more
confused.
interested in this, and I show everybody the lock.
So as he shows it round, you see the thing I just described, the lock, and it's got a bit of dried blood in the hole near the mouth.
Well, this clearly means something.
Does
any
Isabel
thoughts?
know what it is?
Irina,
Irina,
Hey, Red.
she's like,
woman, do
Woman.
you know what this is?
I've never seen anything like that.
Do you recognise this man? And I point to the body swinging.
What man?
The man swinging on the gallows.
I don't see anything at the gallows.
Oh, there's just so many levels.
Well, now she is crazy.
She's not crazy. You're crazy. That's not you. Don't be silly.
You're crazy.
I
I'm not
don't feel
deranged,
safe
you're
here.
deranged.
Let's go, please.
You're telling me, yeah, let's get out of here. Hold on to that weird lock, though.
Yeah, I'll put it in Solidus's bag.
Without me knowing.
Yeah,
So
put it in that
confused.
pocket there.
Okay.
Well,
So
onwards.
you leave the crossroad, slightly confused, but with Solidus's bag slightly heavier. You follow the trail downhill in the direction of the Sea Pool. The road gradually disappears and it's replaced with a twisted, muddy path leading through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of comings and goings of wagons. Canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There is a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a small lake, several hundreds of feet across. 5 colourful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched alongside a ring of 4 barrel-top wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the water. The mournful strains of accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. The footpath continues beyond the encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest edge. So you guys are entering here. Let me put you in. So you come in.
Horses.
Can you guys see the map and everything all right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the horses are huge on my screen.
Big ass.
Yeah, they're big. They take up extra space.
Biggest
Okay.
horses really did see.
I think
We're in Barovia now, son.
they're classed as like large creatures, aren't they? So they're 4 squares.
Fair enough.
And they're big, like pack horses, like for pulling wagons. So, okay. As you approach the camp, one of the brightly dressed people around the campfire looks up and begins to come to you. Greetings, travellers. I am Jericho. Please come and join. You look weary from travel.
Hello, Jericho. We're heading to
Valaki?
Vallaki. I need to write that down. Heading to Vallaki.
Valaki.
We was
A
told
fine place, if you ask me.
this is a good place to spend the night, camp the night.
Then you've been told correct. Please come, join. So the man that approaches you is a jolly-faced and round-bodied, dressed from head to toe in colourful clothing. His skin is dark tan and his black curly hair flows out from his red and orange flat cap. He's wearing a loose orange blouse with a leather waistcoat that has many pockets. His dark orange trousers billow around his tree trunk-like legs. He spreads his arm and puts it around Solidus's shoulder as he pulls you towards the fire. Please join us. We have food. wine, and stories to tell.
They seem friendlier than most people we've met.
Hmm.
Just be on your guard, brother.
So you join them by the fire.
Don't trust the Irish accent.
Ruthless.
Crafty Irish bastard.
Fucking like it.
Join the group of 7 around the fire. There's a mixture of ages, both female and male. You recognise these as the Vistani, who you heard of in Barovia, a travelling folk. They have racial dark hair and dark tan skin, and their bright clothes and hues of oranges and reds are a stark contrast to the greys of Barovia you have known so far. The people around the fire seem to be resting. They have platters of roast meat and large skins of wine that are being passed around. Some are carrying out everyday tasks like sharpening tools and repairing nets. Others are playing light tunes on instruments like accordions and stringed wooden instruments. Their songs tell tales of travel and adventure.
I'm gonna talk to this guy. What was his
Jericho?
name? Jericho.
He's like, come.
Jericho. You
Yes, sir.
the Vistani, is that right?
That's us. Vistani travellers. Fine family to be in, if you ask me.
Do you
We travel the land to Barovia and enjoy ourselves.
so I've
Wine,
heard.
food.
How you tell us more about this place, Barovia. We aren't here on purpose.
What's on our jollies?
We seem to
I
be
can tell you're different. Where is it
yeah.
you're from?
The Sword Coast.
Ah, I've been there. Fine place to be. You've
We
been to
don't.
Waters Deep?
I have. I'm not checking my
Grand city.
notes. I should have done my research. Yeah, I'm. Well, I'm from a hamlet just north of Waterdeep, Rasalanta.
Fine city. I've had many a good lay there.
Yeah, I bet you have.
Handsome
What?
chap like you.
What? What is this place, Barovia? We sort of stumbled here. This is not where we intended to be. We kind of woke up and found ourselves here.
How did you find it? Sorry, I butt in.
We, well, we live here. That's how we found it. It's our home. But we've been to the other world, the other places.
The other world.
Barovia, yeah, Barovia, it's a little different. Hyrena, his skin is so tan, and he points at Solidus. He won't be like that soon, eh? Unfortunately, travellers, Barovia doesn't like to let everyone out.
But you can leave.
Yeah, how do you transition between?
Oh, we have a little bit of an agreement with a certain someone, but it's
Strahd?
not one he gives out.
Question mark.
Yeah, Strahd, that's correct, yes.
Oh, how would you get on his good side?
There's a long history of Vistani in this land, and our forefathers helped him many, many, many years ago, and he has always respected the favor. I can't say I agree with everything he does, but he lets us live our own way.
What, like killing innocent people?
Now, that's not what we do, but we respect one another. If he doesn't affect us, then we won't affect him. That's the agreement.
How noble.
It's a way of life.
Hmm.
It's the reason I'm tanned and you're going to be pale in a few months.
I don't for
At
you.
this, the others begin to laugh and
Ah,
joke. Here, eat up while you can. And he passes you a big platter of like roasted meats and.
all right.
How
I'll tuck it
far?
to the meats.
How far is Valaki from here?
Not far, possibly about a day's travel. I'd wait it out here if you want, though. We're happy to board you overnight.
I think we should stay the night. I don't want to travel at night.
I agree.
This place sucks.
Thank you, Jericho.
Where is it you've come from, by the way?
Creepy ghost house.
Well, yeah, Barovia Village, but also Durst Manor.
Ah, Barovia. I guess you went to Blood of Divine Tavern.
We had a
Yeah.
few pitches in there.
A few
Heavy
pictures
up.
of wine.
At this point, he turns and spits on the ground. More too. Those three in there. Not trusted.
Sorry?
And at this, they all sort of look around disgusted.
So which three? The old hags?
You'll see them. They look like us, but they're not one of us anymore.
Did
That's
we
all
s-
we'll say on that.
Did we see him?
Oh.
His ladies look Vistani.
Hmm.
Can any of you play instruments?
Oh, wait. I can. Hang on.
Yeah, you saw three women in the inn.
Okay.
Bear with me, and I'll get my instruments out.
The same three women that you bought drinks
Yeah,
for,
those-
Callan, just looking over at Callan.
Yeah, maybe. Who's asking?
Jericho's asking.
That's all
Hey,
they talk
Jericho.
about then.
Hang on. No.
What can you play, Solidus?
I'm busting it out.
What can you play
Bear
I
with
forgot
me.
you've got a little instrument.
with your massive rock fingers?
Just imagining this. Surprisingly
Massive rock guy, like hunched
nimble.
over.
Like, it's hard to do with my big stone thumbs, but I can do it.
When he finds your instrument, you begin to play with the accordion and the thingy, and they begin to tell a tale. It's more spoken word to music, and the words they say are as follows: A mighty
Rap.
wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man, he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground, but they were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. The battle flew from the courtyards to Ravenloft, to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet, by his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But, when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic could not save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body, to see if, he had anything of value. But the river Evlis has already spirited him away. And that's the end of my tale, boys. Thank you, Solidus, for such a fine tune.
It's alright, it's good to practice.
Yeah, thank you, Solidus. That was beautiful, actually.
I presume then, escape or getting home is one of the things you're interested in.
Definitely would like to go home.
It's
Okay.
not
They're
something.
one and the same, aren't they?
Well,
It's not something I can help you with. But if you can wait a little longer, I know Madame Eva would want to speak to you.
who's Madame Eva?
Oh, she knows a lot. Very
What if we
wise.
became Vistani?
What?
What was that?
What if we became Vistani? What if you inducted us into your
I'm afraid it's not that
Vistani
easy,
world?
my friend. You have to be born Vistani to be a Vistani. We're a family, you see.
Is it like a circumcision thing? You know, is there anything you have to do?
Yeah.
'Cause we'll do it. You
No,
know.
I haven't heard of that.
Where's Madame
Must be
Eva?
a very close family because you all look alike.
Come, come. You see the tent? The large one?
Mm.
That's where she is. Please, eat and drink, and I'll see if she's ready.
Okay.
Jericho, this wizard you tell of,
Yeah?
did he go by another name?
Not that I remember. I think maybe a few too many of these. And he has a massive swig of wine.
Okay.
Anyway,
Stars.
I'll be back. And at that point, he walks over to the tent and you see him sort of open the flap and close it. And then he gestures across.
I just lean into Bruce and mention the tower on the lake.
I was thinking the same thing. There can't be that many powerful wizards around.
No.
But this depends on whether that guy we met was just batshit crazy or had
Quite
some
possible.
genuine foresight. Either way, keep your ears pricked.
Boys do, brother.
How many dick references are in that?
She just told me.
Keep your
Oh,
gears.
oh dear. Right. So do you want to approach the tent?
Yeah, I'm approaching the tin.
Okay, so he gestures across. You approach the tent with the glowing light coming from inside. As you near, the smell of incense and perfumes fill your nose. You pull back the tarpaulin and enter as a voice greets you. Callan, is that you? Have you
Jeez.
finally come? Please enter. Do you have Bruce and Blight? Yes, and Solidus Calinago, or the bear as they call you.
Oh, I was hoping she wouldn't name me. She named me last time. I was hoping she was just going to name you three and not mention.
You've grown strong
Yeah.
since you've
Oh,
left home.
Oh,
Please come in.
Do we know
You know me?
I know many things, children. Now come.
Oh yeah, what am I gonna say next?
I bet it'll be a question.
She's good.
Please come and sit. I'm Madame Eva.
I go
So you enter the tent,
Good.
and sweet perfume is even stronger as you enter the large tent. You see the light come from an array of oil lamps hung from the many tent posts that hold the sagging roof. The main focus in the room is a circular table. About a meter wide, its top is ornately decorated with black obsidian that shines in the light. Around the edge is a white pearl that's been used to create a border. A small woman sits behind the table on a large cushioned chair that seems to help support her. She's wrapped in multiple colourful shawls that range from midnight blue to fire orange. She has long grey hair. Also, the majority of it is covered by a patterned scarf that's wrapped around her head. The wrinkles in her face show she's walked the earth for a considerable time and likely to have seen many things. Sat in the centre of the table is a deck of cards. On the back of the cards is what looks like a double-ended candle surrounded by smoke. In the centre, a small crest that seems to depict two ravens' heads. Please, come. Sit, children. You move in and sit around the table. Bruce, Glide, I am sorry about the loss of your mother. I know she meant a lot to you.
I kind of
I
wince
hope
that she
I
knows
hope you
this.
can find solace in these lands. But at least you know the threads of fate have bonded you back together.
You're not wrong there.
I just look at Bruce.
Yeah.
Say anything.
Solidus,
yes.
what they've done to you is not right. You'll find peace in your new path. But I fear your hatred may blind you at times.
I mean,
And Callan,
a bit rude.
you're a wanderer after the loss of your home. You find it hard to trust, but these people you have found are not an accident. You will see as time goes on.
Backstory!
Let me tell your fate. I've been waiting a long time.
No.
So you watch as the candle-lit chamber seems to change to a reddish glow. Madame Eva produces 5 crystal orbs from inside her robes. and she places them at the points of an imaginary star on the table. The orbs seem to be filled with like a cloudy fog that slowly ebbs back and forth. She picked up the cards from the table, and her eyes, just for a second, roll into the back of her head before snapping forward and staring through you all. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. The card before you depicts an elderly wizard with a wooden staff in his left hand and mist swelling from his right, engulfing his lower half. A title scroll on the card reads Wizard. There is a border around the image of a wizard and a small circle in the corner, looking like a pentagram.
A pentagram.
Something like
Okay.
this.
Again, I look and nod at Bruce.
Yeah.
Ah, the Master of Stars, otherwise known as the Wizard.
They guess tower on a lake.
Very wise, Blight. I see the threads of fate have been kind to you. It is telling you to look for a tower on a lake. Let the wizard's name and servant guide you to that which you seek. A hand passes over the card and back to the deck. The mist in one of the orbs begins to swell rapidly. The next card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. She takes another card from the top of the deck and places it in front of you. Ah, free of glyphs. The healer. The card in front of you depicts a hooded woman with a hand over what appears to be the corpse of a man with needles or arrows in his head. The symbol on the side of the card differs from the first, showing a glyph-like image in 2 corners and the number 3 in the other 2. Look to the west. Find a pool blessed by the light of the white sun. This is all the card will show. Mist in the second orb begins to form into a small cyclone. The next card, power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, sword of sunlight. She places the card to the left, now making an arrow shape with the laid cards, the center one closest to you. The Three of Stars, the Enchanter's card. The card depicts a thin woman dressed in dark clothing, her eyes white. Around her, 3 decorated eggs float mysteriously. They each bear a pentagram in the corner of the card. The number 3 in the opposing corners. I see a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon. The master of the marsh knows of whom I speak. The next card she places in the center of the table behind the healer's card. This card sheds light on one who will help greatly in your battle against darkness and your road to freedom. A potential ally and a beacon of light. She turns the card to show a mist-filled graveyard. This card has 4 crowns in the corners. The Mist's card. A Vistani wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long. Seek her out at St. Markovich Abbey near the mists. Now 4 of the orbs are filled with a swirling mist. As she reaches for the 5th card and places it on the table, the orbs begin to turn black as if a drop of ink was dropped into water. The lights dim ever so slightly. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. She turns the card to show a figure which appears to be in a skeletal mask sat on a throne. The image gives you all an unsettling feeling, and you sense death. The Dark Lord. Yes, this makes sense. He lurks in the depths of darkness, in one place to which he must return. This, children, is what the threads of fate have told. As she sits back in her chair, the lights in the room begin to turn back to normal, and the orbs begin to go to a slow state. You see, she is physically drained. Her eyes open and close as if overcome with tiredness. Please, children, leave me, I must rest. Channeling fate is not an easy task. May the morning Lord watch over you on your journey.
Do
And that actually thing is. Go on.
do I recognize her? Do we recognize her?
No. You've never seen this person before.
I turn to Blight.
Do we ask her about the man we saw? Showed us these cards.
Yeah. These are this.
You ask.
Yeah, we've heard this before.
I've also seen these cards.
The children, please. I must rest. The threads of fate work in mysterious ways. All I know is how to read.
How do you get this information from?
This has been passed to me. It is out of my hands.
From who?
Your fate is bound. There are many things that work in this world that us mortal humans will never understand. This is one of them. Now you must let me rest.
Solidus, you say you've seen these cards
Yes,
before.
At this point, Jericho comes back in. Madam Eva, are you finished? Yes, Jericho, please. And he ushers you out. Please, come with me, back to the fire. She always has to rest after that. Takes a lot out of her. She's not young, you know.
No. As we walk back,
He takes you back to the fire. Look,
Solidus, you've seen these. You've heard this before as well.
yes, an old traveling fortune teller. He read my cards once, and they were the same.
Same for me and Blight. What about you, Callan?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you've had the same as well.
I don't think I have.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Strange.
Yeah, it was the exact same reading, and then when I tried to find him the next day, he disappeared.
Same. Callan, there seems to be... You don't seem to be seeing or hearing the same things as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Callan Strahd!
Crazy. Crazy things. I don't know, am I? Am I supposed to be hearing the same things?
I don't know,
Like
you
on
back
my-
at the
on
crossroads, you
character, I
you
don't know, I
saw
can't remember.
yourself hanging,
Yeah, you said you saw yourself.
and then we
Oh
we
yeah, I did
didn't.
see myself, yeah.
I mean, Irina,
No, but
she didn't see anything, but... Oh, this place confuses the fuck out of
True.
me.
also throughout your
I mean,
throughout your reading, Irina stayed at the campfire. She didn't come in with you. She should be with you, actually. I'll put her in. Anyway,
I was
Cameron.
about to ask that.
Yeah, she stayed by the fire. It was only you that Madame Eva wanted to see. So, you return to the fire, confused, with a lot of information to digest. The Vistani feed you, tend to you, arrange some bedrolls under one of the nearby wagons for you to stay overnight. It's not safe to go at night. You should stay tonight, please. By this point, after the reading and the afternoon of sort of eating and drinking, it has begun to turn to a more night state.
Before we sleep or anything, I just ask Jericho. Jericho, does the Master of Stars ring any bells to you? This
I
wizard
don't
of which you spoke.
tend to dabble in the threads of fate. I just follow them. There may be people that know in Valakai.
Do you know
Valaki.
Wizard's Tower?
I've travelled many a place in Barovia and I have seen things. Do you have a map?
I do.
Yeah.
Show him the map.
Okay. Let me think.
I think I know where it is.
He sort of he takes a few minutes to examine the map,
No, yeah.
and in the end he points around here
Yeah.
in the north west corner.
Tower on the lake.
I've seen things that fit that description from the road, but I don't mess with stuff like that.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Guess to Valakai next then. On the way.
Irina agrees. Yes, this sounds like something that is possibly not for me. This is my home after all. I know it is not yours. Perhaps our fates are entwined after all, but maybe only so far.
I say
Perhaps.
to Jericho, Jericho, whose are these horses? And
Oh,
are they
these are
available
our
for
horses.
sale? Can I buy some?
I'm afraid not, good friend. We need them all to pull the wagons. We don't stay in one place for very long, you know.
All right, fine. I'll go on for it, whatever.
Besides, you couldn't afford a horse like that.
I could bloody, maybe if I saved up, get one. don't you judge me?
Cool little rock guy.
Yeah, bloody.
Please don't piss
You're
off the
lucky I
rock
don't-
guy.
You're lucky I don't cleft you in twain.
Okay, so the night ebbs on. One by one, the Vistani slowly go back to their tents, and the last few drinkers are left over. Possibly into the early hours of the morning. You enjoy the merriment, the break from the death that seems to have followed you so far, and then you turn in for the evening, ready to set off on the next morning. And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Yeah,
Cool. Very good.
excellent. Thank you.
Okie
That was
That's all
excellent.
right.
That's a really good ending.
No, it worked out just well, to be fair. I didn't know how
Yeah.
long it'd take you to get here, but
Yeah.
worked out about right. So you've had your fortune read.
Again.
Yeah, by a very unenergetic woman.
I'm just
Pretty
loving
much.
now that we're starting to get hints of each other's story.
Mm.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So
Yeah, I'm trying to
if
make
you
notes.
all do another full rest for your character before the next session, then next session we'll start from here and head to Valaki.
Okay.
See what's on the road on the way there.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks again, Paul. That was brilliant.
Yes,
It's
thank
all
you.
right, guys.
Yeah,
That's
cheers,
really good.
Paul.
Cheers, Paul.
We'll get, like I said, well, I know Kurt's working, and I think Bon, you're working, aren't you? But
Yeah,
I'm
but
not.
yeah, evenings are good for me. But like I say, as long as they're not too late, because I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
bed usually
I'm
half
working,
9 now.
but I'm
Yeah.
free.
well, we'll get
I'm
it
free on
worked out, you know.
evenings. Like, I mean, we didn't play too long tonight, did we? What was it, like a couple of
this
hours?
this was all right. Yeah,
We can do this every couple of weeks or something, or
Yeah, we
whatever.
started about
if we
8,
finish
didn't we?
no later
So,
than 11, then I'm good.
Fuck all
yeah,
else to do in
I'm
lockdown.
cool with that. No post on Sundays.
I'd like... I'd like to try and smash out a few sessions in succession so I can keep it all going in my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I find that really fun though when something comes up that you just remember from a past session or the story in between or something. It's
Yeah.
really fascinating.
Well,
I'll
we'll
try-
try and get one done in about 2 weeks if you want.
Yeah,
sounds
that'd be
good.
cool.
Yeah. Sounds
I'm
good.
furiously taking notes. I've also I am recording these as well, and I'll put it on YouTube again. So if you want to like watch it back or listen back for anything, you should be
I
able
thought the
to.
YouTube one was really cool. I like that. I was watching
Yeah.
that.
So if there's anything like you haven't taken a note for or whatever, it'll be on there.
The entire campaign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. All right. Awesome.
Cool.
Right, guys.
Guys, that was really good.
Right,
We'll
yes.
save
Yeah,
it there.
cheers.
See you in 2 weeks.
Right,
Stay
bye,
safe.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.